causes.
So did you see what Bill Belichick just said?
No.
He will not accept the Congressional Medal of Freedom in light of recent events.
Oh,
Or the Presidential Medal of
Belichick
Freedom.
was supposed to get it?
He was pegged by Trump to get it.
Oh, good for him.
And he has refused.
No, I'm saying good for him for refusing.
Yeah, because it's hilarious how all of a sudden Parler wants to sue Amazon. It's like, well, when you have people plot
Let's hope.
coup attempts, that's why you get blocked.
All I gotta say is let's just hope that John and Drake are in their hole somewhere, being safe.
Well, Drake's working at WWE. I don't know what the fuck John's doing.
Yeah, exactly. Dude, he went radio silent. That motherfucker is nowhere.
Yeah, he went radio silence. Yeah, Drake was all like, "Oh man," and as soon as he even thought about it, like WWE's like, "No, you got to work." This state, Triple H kept his ass busy.
Well, good, because he knew.
It seems like everybody at WWE hasn't even said anything. And they're like, ew.
No, because they know where Vince lies.
Well, it's a slippery fucking slope.
That's what I'm
I think
saying.
Vince even realized that.
Yeah, where's Vince been? Vince hasn't said it. And this is not politics stuff. Just, Vince hasn't said a fucking word. Did you notice Linda has kept her mouth shut?
Dude, did you see UFC took down all the shit with
Yeah.
Dana White and Trump?
Yeah, do you see that? Yeah, you also hear who's quiet? Good old American boy
Colby?
has been silent.
Oh, dude, Colby Covington's got to find a whole new gimmick now. That fucked him.
Dude. Yeah, and what's funny is this has nothing to do with politics. This just has everything to do with money. And oh my God, has everybody been quiet?
Yeah, it's not. Well, the thing is, politics, Republican, Democrat went out the window when people try to overthrow the country.
Well, I'm just saying, like,
because they lost an election.
Dude, what the fuck happened to your Sixers last night?
Well, we have 7 players.
I understand that. I know, and that's the same thing with Boston. They literally only have 6. They have 6 players.
We have 7 players right now. Embiid and Simmons are out, so it's Tyrese Maxey. Harris was out because of COVID thing. So it's Tyrese Maxey, Isaiah Joe, and everybody else.
By the way, you want to know something funny? You're beating the shit out of the Hawks right now.
Yeah.
But it's the Hawks.
I have a feeling Embiid's playing.
Yeah, I think he is. The Knicks are down 7 going into halftime. The Wizards are down 20. Shocker.
Yeah, all right. Before we go on, the funniest thing about this is how they're arresting the people with ease. Well, you know what happens when you when you first trespass and
you know what? You know what? And this is the only politic thing I'll say. There's a lot more into this than I think they're letting on, because something didn't seem right. Not the fact that they did it. Yeah, whatever. They did it. They're fucking idiots for doing it.
Did you see what the one cop did? The one cop goes up the steps because, well, they had to fall back constantly.
Yeah.
And then, so he goes up the steps and he looks one way, and that was the hallway that leads to the Senate and the House.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at that, and all of a sudden he goes up the stairs the other way, and the mob follows him up. So he basically let people. He gave people extra time to get the fuck out.
By the way, that's they also kind of let him in. So something seemed a little staged, and not in like something happened, like it was a stage thing. So who the hell in a bad way? Like,
I'll tell you what happened. Because all right, when I visited Washington D.C., this is years ago.
Yeah.
I got like 2 streets, because you know the 3 streets on Pennsylvania Avenue.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Where the house is, where the Capitol building is. I got 2 streets away, went to like cross to look, and I got yelled at by a cop. It's like, you better move.
That's what I mean. Something seems fishy. Because usually the security is tighter than a rabbit's asshole.
Because there were some people. I think they were on the Capitol building because that's where the Trump rally was.
Yeah, That's true. But anyway.
Remember, he held the rally right outside the Capitol.
Yeah, hold on. Let me grab a shirt. Let me get let me get into something quick. Let me grab something real quick, and we'll get started.
So that was a bad idea, and then the cops weren't prepared because nobody believed it would happen. I'll be right back. I need a pee.
Love you too. No? All right, so Triple H is called Randy a prick.
He went to go take a Jets.
Okay, well Triple H is called Randy a prick.
Oh, well, Triple H, I think they got to do something because it was supposed to be Randy and Drew tonight.
Well, I think Hunter's actually getting in gear tonight.
Well, he has to. I mean, they got to do something to save this main event.
Hey, Punk, there's a whole bunch of tables over there with pipe bombs as far as the eye can see. You want to go over there and do You're making me do commentary? I need you to ring the bell too. Double pay. Remember that when everybody left?
Oh no, he did not just go there. He told Triple H to get his balls out of Stephanie's purse.
Oh, so he pulled a Punk. You want a legend? The legend's standing right in front of you.
Oh, one shot.
Whoa.
Triple H actually hurt his hand on him.
So Triple H just went complete babyface?
Yep.
Well, you didn't hear what he said. Randy said, Triple H, why don't you take your balls out of Stephanie's purse?
Oh, yeah, Tripp's like, fuck no.
Hunter's like, fuck you.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, because I actually said, like, what happened and all that. And I'm like, and you're right, it's not politics. It's not politics when people literally to attack the Capitol.
I mean, you're not wrong there.
And all the shit they believe is bullshit, because it's all been disproven time and time again.
Yep. But anyway,
and that's why the impeachment's gonna happen.
Even though it's kind of stupid that he's getting quote unquote impeached. What, a week before his
No. They said straight up if they have to wait for the other senators to be sworn in, they will, and for Biden to actually be inaugurated, they will do it in the first parts of his presidency. They will impeach his ass so he can't run again. He loses all the ex-presidential benefits.
That would be the only way you impeach him.
No, he does.
No, I'm saying that's the only reason you would impeach him. Because even if that,
so it can happen again.
I don't know if he can't run again.
So he can't run again.
I gotta look into that.
Because as long as he can run again, he will do everything in his power to undermine the presidency for 4 years.
I agree with that to a point.
You know he will.
I know. I'm just saying I agree with that to a point. I'm just saying, like, I don't know.
I mean, he has a lifelong vendetta with the NFL, for Christ's sake. Come on. We'll
get into the NFL.
Ways to undermine the NFL.
We'll get into the NFL on Wednesday. Because, oh boy, there was
I'm just saying that's what he's done.
I know.
So
I'm just saying.
He wouldn't do that you're giving him way too much. You're thinking he's way too nice. Hell no.
Oh, no. He's an asshole. John, hold on. John?
The thing that they're doing right now to get him out is the right thing to do. And that has nothing to do with being liberal or conservative. This is American versus something
did they really just have him
stand? Not.
Okay, that's funny. They just had him stand on opposite sides of the 50 to do interviews pre-kickoff.
For what?
The college football game.
Oh.
Yeah, Nick Saban and
I know they do-
Day
I know they
literally
do
stood
with
on the 50-yard line to do. Oh my god, okay, that's kind of funny. They did a standoff of. Hold on, before we start this, John.
What?
Oh, kickoff! Holy shit! They actually kicked it off fast.
Did you hear about the NFL last night or yesterday afternoon with Nickelodeon?
What?
With Nickelodeon.
No, not really.
Oh
So-
god!
Nickelodeon. We'll talk about this more Wednesday. But Nickelodeon did had the Bears Saints game, which, by the way, we all lost one game out of that. That's the funny part. But so Nickelodeon got into some hot water because they allowed a F-bomb on air. It's like, what the fuck?
Oops.
Yeah, oops. And I liked it. I thought it was funny.
Well, you know, when you broadcast a sporting event, a live sporting event that you don't really have control over, you run that risk.
Oh, dude, they got in some shit though, because I mean they were not quick on that dump button at all.
Well, that's why college football and the NFL also got rid of the mic on the players.
Oh yeah, John, what were you gonna say?
Let's go to the live mic, yeah, motherfucker.
Remember I sent that email to him?
Yeah.
I sent that. I just checked my tracking. I sent that email at 10 to 3. At 3:11, he was at the post office sending it.
Whoops.
He's like, oh shit, he caught me. Oh, I better send it now.
But all right, we ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, let's do it. I mean, I just said what I got to say.
Oh no, I got you on that. But let's get this shit started. So in 3, 2, 1, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to From Real to Heel.
Quiet! Quiet! This is the karate dojo, not a knitting class.
With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for a full-blown discussion of Season 3 of Cobra Kai. Chris, hit us with the music.
Future of the event, it's a character thing. It's not a review.
No, it's not a review. It is a full-blown discussion. Spoilers?
Yes.
Spoilers ahead.
Character, everything. It's not like, so then this guy did that, then this guy.
No, this is
if we mention shit, we mention shit. You got a problem? Quiet.
Hey, bitches are better on the page, motherfuckers.
Yes, it's a karate dojo, not an knitting class. Tonight, we enter the dojo.
And we go back to Okinawa and a bunch of other fucking places. As, like I said before, we talk about...
It's a dojo. Okinawa dojo, Cedar
dojo,
Alpha dojo.
The park.
A park dojo.
The park dojo.
Snake pit dojo. Whatever.
God, the terrible CG of a snake pit.
Yes, we enter the dojo.
Of I was about to say Karate Kid Season 3. No, Cobra Kai Season 3. Cobra Kai Season 3.
Cobra, quiet!
And with that being said, we're back. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host, Evan Ryan.
I was gonna go from real to quiet.
Okay, this joke is getting. Let's kill this joke already.
Quiet.
Let's kill this joke like the. No.
Quiet. Sorry, that's like Johnny.
Yeah. Okay. Say it once. Don't say it a million fucking times.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, God damn it! Let me do the fucking intro, asshole.
Quiet.
Oh.
I can go in lower register. Quiet. And now this has been coffee talk. The subject is what is Ronnie talking about? People are coming up. Okay, so boy, that died. Awkward silence. Uh, uh, Alrighty. Since for national championship game, the handoff to Najee Harris. Najee Harris breaks it across to the 31-yard line. If you're not watching the national championship game, I will explain it to you while Ronnie's waiting or doing whatever he has to do. So, yeah, Mac Jones handed it to Najee Harris, who bounced it out from an off guard to an off tackle, and he got about 10 yards. All right, so we got first and 10 now at the 29-yard line, actually. Jones complete to Devontae Smith, the Heisman Trophy winner, and who will advance it to about the 19-yard line. In case you're wondering what's going on over on Monday Night Raw, McIntyre just cut a promo.
Saying
And
he has COVID.
all right, so now we have Charlotte versus Lacey Evans. So we all know that Charlotte's going to win this match.
Maybe
And
they're going to put Lacey over, actually. You never know.
yeah, no, they won't. Again, Charlotte. All right. So we'll try Cobra Quiet take 2 whenever Ronnie. Yeah, we enter the dojo, man. Talk about Cobra Quiet season 3. And as we're waiting, Mac Jones barks signals out. Back to pass. He does a little thing there to Jalen Waddle, who takes it across to about the 8-yard line. First down, Alabama. They are in the red zone. Jalen Waddle has returned from about, I don't know, near half the season being on the injured list. Who takes it to, about the 8-yard line. Little So Jones sets him down now in the gun. Harris by him. Actually at the 7-yard line. Jones up top 2-0 and incomplete.
So let's do Cobra Quiet take 2. All right, 3, 2, 1, and record is hit. Unless can we? There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of From Real to Heel. On today's episode, we go back into we take again another trip into the dojo.
Quiet! We go to the dojo.
Chris, hit us with the fucking music as we do Cobra Kai Season 3.
From real to heel, quiet!
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Stephen Ronnie, and with me, as always...
There is no fear in this dojo, and there is no messing up in this dojo, and that's why I am Trips.
And...
The Zombie Master. God, I'm already getting a headache from this joke.
Mess-ups! Mess-ups! Do not appear in this dojo. Do that!
If you think I'm going to say no, Sensei, you're out of your fucking mind.
He's already out of his fucking mind. We've been doing this show for almost 300 episodes. We've been doing this type of
sanity does not exist in this dojo, does it?
Oh god.
Fuck you, Sensei.
Time
my
does not
answer
exist
to
in this
that.
dojo, does it?
Oh.
Fuck you, Sensei.
Yes, but like we said, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about season 3 of Cobra Kai. Talking about, not reviewing, discussing.
Not a review.
We are going over the good, the bad, and the what the fuck was that in season 3, and our predictions for season 4. Because yes, there is a season. There will be a season 4.
There might also be a season 5.
There's possibly, I think they said at least 6 seasons.
Season 4, well, the thing is, like, all right, I'll get into that. I mean, I really think this only could be a 5-season show.
Well, yeah, what are you going to do season 6? You're not bringing Jackie Chan in.
I already know what my opinion is season 4 should be the final season, but we'll get into it.
Well, yeah, I could see 5 seasons. And if you want to spin off, like, the kid's got to grow up.
Right.
See, that's the problem when you have kids in high school for a show. I mean, how they've stretched 3 seasons out of it already, about to be 4, out of, like, basically a year or 2 of high school.
Yeah, I was going to say, of just Johnny, not even really talking much about the kids. It's mostly about Johnny and Danny, and then what they and their families. So it's not really going into anything about the kids.
Oh, it goes to the kids.
I know. Well, three has been a lot more heavier on the kids.
1 and 2 were.
Well, you know what it is? It's funny how you said it's about the kids. Same thing can be said about Stranger Things. By the time Stranger Things season 4 comes out, they'll be like, "Yeah, I remember when I was in high school." They're gonna be like old adults.
Well, the thing is, Stranger Things can do that because Stranger Things doesn't really have an annual thing. Like, the All Valley Karate Championship is supposed to happen every year, unless they say that, oh, they didn't have it the 1 year and now it's back another year, which I don't think they said that. They said, in light of recent events, this year's All Valley Championship is canceled.
Well, didn't
So
they?
that would lead you to believe that. So when Miguel won it, was he a junior, a sophomore? Was he a junior or a sophomore? Because if he's back, when they come back in season 2, is he a senior or is he a junior?
Right. Well, that was the thing. When LaRusso won it in the movies, how long did it span? Because he was in college. Because he was technically in college in the story when he won it the second time, didn't he?
Let me see. When he first started, he went. Yeah, it was a senior year because he was with the same class as Johnny.
Yeah.
When he won the first one.
Right.
Then he went to Okinawa for that summer.
So technically,
for the summer.
So he would have been a freshman in college as a sophomore in college.
No, he wasn't a sophomore in college. He was a freshman. He would have been a freshman, but he never went to college. So he was technically
over
still 18. That was a technicality, because remember.
That's right, yeah.
That the All Valley is basically done on a December, or it could be something else, and Najee Harris just scores. All right, so anyway. Like, that's what the technicality is.
Right.
Because if LaRusso turns 19, say, at, like, in the beginning of the new year.
Right.
Then the All Valley is that December. So if LaRusso's like a January, February baby, he's perfectly fine to compete and defend. You know what I mean?
Yep. Well, no, that's why I wanted to say, because then technically you could also say that about like everybody else too, but they're all still technically in high school.
Yeah, well, they're all in high school. There we are. Yeah, so they're all in high school. So if So if Miguel is in his senior year, this upcoming All Valley is going to be it.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, I could, I would love to see season 4 be like all about preparing for it. And then season 5 be actual All Valley, but I think that wouldn't happen because people would be really, really fucking pissed.
Well,
It's
you know
like you
what it is?
mentioned All Valley and this and that. So, but I think there's a way to keep the show around, to get it around that. I mean, even if you have the All Valley end up, the end of the All Valley at season 4.
Yeah.
Well, you got to figure at the end of season, with season 4, they're going to do the All Valley. You know they are, is because they're training for it. A, and B. I mean, what else could they possibly do?
Well,
I mean, right now there's a few storylines I could see them going in direction wise, but then this, after what we're pretty much going to predict, I'm sure we're all going to be in agreement with it. What's there really left to do? Because if you think about it, the first 3 Karate Kid movies, you had such and such storylines through each of them. How they've stretched it to 4 seasons is pretty amazing. But after that, what's left for them to really do?
well, this is where you got to get original. See,
But then here's the let me just like, you know what? You could be original, but then you're going to take a show that's such a smash like this is, and you're going to turn it into a shit bomb.
no, you're not. No, you're not.
The reason I'm going to say it, the reason I'm saying that is because I mentioned this to Ronnie before. There's only one option. Well, it's not really an option. Is you're not going to have the redheaded chick come back in Cobra Kai because there's really no use for her. That
Ooh.
painted the pots for the bonsai store. You're not going to see her come back because there's really no place for her. You're not going to see Hilary Swank back because that's technically not part of the Karate Kid universe. It is, but it isn't. Unless she comes back.
They've already alluded to it.
How are they going to allude to having her come back?
No, they alluded to it.
How? I'm asking, how did they allude to it?
They said that, was it in season 1 when they actually mentioned Miyagi died, that it wasn't just that. He also trained other people. He also had other friends and all that. It was like a quick thing. It was a quick nod.
But you know what? That'll probably, if they're smart, that's the only thing you can do is because unless you're not going to have her come back and do any fight. You're not going to have Hilary Swank come back and do anything for this because she had nothing to do with Daniel. She had nothing to do with Johnny. She had nothing to do with Kreese or with anybody else in the show other than Miyagi.
That's there. That you just answered it. She had everything to do with Miyagi, which means could there have been a secret? Well, obviously we'll get more into it. Could there have been a secret Miyagi taught her that he never taught Daniel? And that's why she comes back.
There could also be another thing. It's just a shame that Michael Ironside is dead.
Yeah.
Dugan, they could somehow connect Dugan to Kreese and Silver.
Well, you know how you fix that? You make Dugan's kid. You make Dugan have a kid, and then you have him come in.
Like All in the War.
Yeah.
All in the War.
Yeah. That's how you do that. And also, too, like the whole thing with Chosen.
All right. Let's say predictions for after.
No. What I'm trying to say is if Swank did come back, you could say that that Miyagi taught her something that Daniel never learned.
See, what I feel how Cobra Kai can go past.
What did I tell you? Fucking Charlotte put fucking what's her name over.
With help from Rick.
Oh, with help from Ric Flair, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works. All right. Anyway. So, what I'm saying, how it can go past season 4, what it needs to do, what Cobra Kai needs to do, is the writers need to give it. They're basically giving it so many homages and nods to the original stuff.
Yeah.
After that, like after this tournament, whatever, what they need to do is shut their ears to the fanboys. The reason why is because they will continue to demand nostalgia. And what you do, you can have certain characters which are your nostalgia and how you follow them and they grow. And where you introduce the new characters, they do that. What I'm saying is, like, don't go nostalgia, is don't just bring people back from the movies just because.
Yeah, right.
Like, all of a sudden, oh, yeah, we'll bring Kumiko to America. Because people, and then it just creates more of a problem. Same as, like, if you bring, because I heard somebody in a group to go, oh, they should bring Chosen back for season 4. I'm like, why? Why?
I was gonna say there's no reason
to be there. He knows nothing about Cobra Kai.
And it was perfect. The fact that he was in Okinawa and he was taught something that was never taught to him before, which then comes in handy at the end of the season. Which, guess what? It was a perfect.
Chosen, and also we see how Chosen has done something that Kreese can't do.
Right.
Which he has let bygones be bygones, moved on. He has moved on with everything. Like, even like when the whole mean Chosen thing in the beginning.
Dude, I was laughing at that. I was laughing at that.
It was all a ruse.
No, I don't drink.
Like, no, I'll get. Like, you want to drink? I don't drink. Like, oh boy, this is gonna be a fun conversation.
I have to go. What the fuck are you gonna do? Why are you leaving me here with him? He wants to kill me.
Yeah, and the whole thing, like, how I have waited for this. Honk.
And and the fact
that laugh was fucking psychotic. That laugh.
That was the best part. Because you could tell Chosen's not a laugher.
No, and like it's.
And I gotta say, and I said this during the thing. For a 61-year-old, that motherfucker's ripped.
Oh, Yuji Okamoto? Yeah, well, Yuji Okamoto actually owns a restaurant in Seattle.
By the way, I love how in Karate Kid 2, Daniel goes, "Yeah, this is the town time forgot." All of a sudden comes in, "Oh, motherfucker, we're in the 21st century now."
Yeah, they explained it all, and
first we had a subway.
Chosen's like that.
First we had a subway. Now we have a Jersey Mike's.
Yeah. The craziest
subway, but now we have Jersey Mike.
Yeah. the crazy thing with Chosen, the craziest thing with them is how he went from basically somebody that was Sato in the beginning and the middle of Karate Kid 2. Like, I hate you. Blah, blah, blah. So all of a sudden he became more like, he's become more Sato at the end and also very Miyagi-ish.
Yeah.
Like, he's very Miyagi-ish. Which I really liked how, like, I'm going to show it to you. Yes, here you go. Like, and he's like, if an enemy chooses to wage war, enemy chooses war, take away the weapons to wage it. Yeah? Like, you just... so Miyagi, it's not. I was like, God damn. I'm like, you're gonna have Daniel doing chores to learn it next?
What was the one part? I was laughing because it was like, here's the paint. Why do I see a paintbrush in my future? Like, he's like, God damn it.
Oh, that was
season 2. Sorry, that was season 2 where Daniel where Daniel's teaching Johnny's son.
Oh yeah, that was season 2. Yeah, when I did. Why do I see a paintbrush
in my future? I'm like, yeah. All right, nice little nod to the fucking movies without being like, well, I don't get it. Like, I'm like, okay.
Well, you get it from season 1 when Daniel teaches Robbie, like, wax off, like, do the windows, scrape this way, scrape that way, scrape this way, scrape that way. And he's like, done with the lot. He's like, both lots? He's like, this is such bullshit.
You even get it in the second one, or even in this season. All right, show me casting the rod. Really?
Cast the rod. It's just like,
Oh, that was beautiful how he was teaching his daughter karate without her knowing it.
yeah, I cast the rod. She's like, cast the rod.
Yeah, really? I guess that wasn't
that saved her goddamn life.
I know, right?
All right, so let's get into these character studies quick.
Yeah.
And I got one thing to say. When we discuss it, when we get to that certain part, there's somebody on this show who doubted me when I made a prediction, and I want to get a little I want to find out that I was right. I want to be admitted to being right.
All right, go to it.
When I said who would I like to see come back, and I said, wouldn't it be funny if the little girl came back? And you said,
all right,
no,
yeah.
She can't come back. You'll never see her. And boom goes that fucking dynamite. I was right.
You were right. Yuna came back, and Yuna actually was a massive thing that has saved Daniel's business.
Right, because like I said, so it's like, and I looked it up. That's the same actress from the original movie.
All right.
So that was the same one. I was like, I've been waiting for that. Because you were dead set against, they can't bring her back. Why? What's the point? Blah, blah, blah. Damn it,
I never thought he was going to go back to Okinawa, so.
But no, I mean, even if they did, we toyed with the idea of will he go back to Okinawa? But that part was discussed. But when I brought up the little girl, you were dead set against that. You were dead set against that. You're like, no, she can't come back, blah, blah, blah. But the one part of Cobra Kai that I was disappointed with, that they didn't have when Daniel comes back from Okinawa, having that other dealer, that car dealer guy come over and go, what the fuck did you do to my deal? Why is it? They didn't discuss it. They didn't show him get his comeuppance, which I would have loved to have seen.
I think why is because, all right, because before, in season 1 of Cobra Kai, your main characters were Johnny, Daniel, Miguel, and Robbie, really. Sam was like off and on in parts, and Eli or Hawk, and the like even Amanda and Carmen really were just like little parts here and there. But season 1 was so you could revolve around Johnny, Daniel, Miguel, Robbie, like that whole thing. You could revolve around that. Season 2, it got a little bit more full, and season 3, I mean, you really had to flesh out backstory like crazy. So unless they go to a full hour every episode, which I think will be a little overkill.
All right, but what do okay, I get that, but
so Tom Cole is like irrelevant. He basically goes like, I got this, and then he doesn't. It's like, I'm gonna save your builder. That's all. We don't need to know how Tom Cole go. Argh! I mean, it would be funny.
That would have been funny. That's what it would have been. It would have been like a quick, they don't have to build a whole episode around it. But you could have just enough to say, you fucked up my deal, motherfucker. I won't forget this, and then walk out and be done with it. That would have been fine.
Tom Cole's not going under, because remember, Tom Cole never really sold imports. He wanted to switch to imports to fuck Daniel over, because remember, he always sold American.
Right, but you know what? Here's the funny thing. It's like, I just love the fact that little girl that he saved in Okinawa is the one who's the vice president of the auto parts dealership.
Vice president of sales.
Of sales of who that guy made the deal with. And then once he came out, that's that's the only reason that Daniel saved his shit is because of who he saved.
Yeah, well, it shows the humanitarian side because Daniel LaRusso was getting shit on in the press, especially because Cole and all that was like, oh, did you hear it was Daniel's student that kicked the kid off the balcony, kicked the kid off the second floor,
By the
and
way,
put him in a coma,
I love how
and they
that was
instigated the fight. Yeah,
like I love how that was the big deal, but yet his daughter almost dying too was not any part of that story. Like
the reason why,
because the kid was in a coma.
Because the kid got put in a coma, and then they saw who did it like that, and then all of a sudden, the media. You remember that the public, by itself,
Yeah.
does not think John Kreese is a villain at all.
Which
they see, oh, he's a decorated war veteran. We should be nice to him. They don't see his evil intentions.
No, but yet, even hell, back in the original ones, they all were like, "Oh yeah, Kreese is an asshole." This one, no, Kreese ain't that much of an asshole. He's a Vietnam veteran. He got PTSD. We need to make a thing called, what was it? It was, oh god, what was the fucking program they made? Something hugs, not.
Oh yeah.
Give hugs, not
fists or something.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like
hugs.
I love that line though. It's like Dare, but it actually works.
Yeah, which is, I mean, it's weird how Kreese was okay with that. So I guess what I'm thinking is when they reinstated Cobra Kai and Johnny, and they saw that Johnny wasn't the way Kreese was, so I guess they tried to give Kreese a pass. Or there were other people on that council that weren't there from season 1.
I think it's that.
Yeah, I really think it's that. Because remember, Cobra Kai was banned.
Yeah.
And then they lifted the ban for Johnny. So they probably were like, oh, okay, it's no problem now. I guess yeah, they looked like different people. Because there wasn't the guy going, Blue Mets. Blue Mets. It's all about the Blue Mets.
Dude, what made me really laugh too was, I'm sorry, the All Valley it was one of the biggest fighting tournaments in your town. To where State Farm is sponsoring the shit.
It's big in Reseda.
Well, I understand that. But I'm saying is though, and then you have the council saying, I don't get it. I'm sorry, I see green for your town. It's kind of like the Super Bowl, wherever it is, it gives you in the black. Yeah, really, you're going to turn up the biggest cash cow you have every year.
Well, they mention, I think in like season 1 and they mention almost all the seasons how like karate in the Valley is like just like football in Texas.
Yeah, but yet, oh, we're going to cancel it. Oh, God, why? Like, okay, I get it because...
they canceled in light of the school event.
Yeah, well...
In the school brawl. That's why they said one of the funniest things in season 3, in the first episode, they mentioned Karate Riot.
Yeah, I heard that too. I'm like...
That had me cracking the fuck up. I had never heard of a Karate Riot in my life.
Right here is where the karate... The karate happened. Right here at these steps are where the karate riot happened.
Yeah, Karate Riot. And then, they had all this other stuff. All right, so let's get into the character discussions.
Yeah.
I got them down: the motivations, qualities, moral ground, redemption, if possible.
All right, lead it off.
Let's start with the main character, Johnny Lawrence. From season 3. His motivation, of course, is to not be Kreese. And to also basically not... He always seems to be fighting his stepdad, Sid.
Oh, he's an asshole.
Yeah, he is. Like, Johnny doesn't want to be an asshole. He's trying to be a father figure to Miguel that he never was to Robbie. And it's like his heart is in the right place, It's just sometimes his head and his other head
Yep.
that lead him elsewhere.
To beer and hobos.
No, I'm talking about his brain and his ego.
Oh, I know. I'm saying it leads him
and his lower head.
I'm saying it leads him to that and hobos. If you remember the hey Blondie, you better not be eating my soup.
Oh God, because like I mean Johnny's badass stuff I love.
Dude, him in the first season.
You know, like why why we learn karate so the world knows we're not a bunch of pussy ass nerds.
Being a badass does not mean being a dumbass.
Being a badass doesn't mean being an asshole. So we're gonna do this and not be assholes and not get shit on. Because eagles don't get shit on. Eagles are the ones that do the shitting.
Speaking of your good old Eagles doing the shitting.
Oh, we'll talk about that Wednesday. We'll talk about that Wednesday because we're about to shit all over New York.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yep. The work. Yeah, the past is when you history is basically when if you forget history, the past is doomed to repeat itself. So
Anyway.
That's why we study history. Anyway, so Johnny, like, I think besides the whole badass nature, like he wants. Well, now he wants to be rid of Kreese.
Right.
Because of John Kreese, not only has John Kreese made him strong, but John Kreese has also taken a ton away from him. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So, and then he wants his other motivations, of course, Miguel.
Of course.
Yeah, and now he's in love with Miguel's mom.
Well, that was going in season 2. They were heading in that direction until
the injury.
Miguel got all effed up.
Until the fight and Kreese.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, until he got all fucked up, and so it's like.
Yeah.
Being almost paralyzed.
Yeah, because Johnny tried to believe there was good in Kreese when there really wasn't.
Yeah.
It's just manipulation and everything. So, I mean, that's his moral ground is, how can I put it? His moral ground is like Daniel if Daniel was a metalhead.
Yeah.
Put it that way. It's badass Daniel with an edge. Like, he's like the villain. He's like the ex-bully villain, but doesn't go like completely in his shell.
He's the bully with the heart of gold.
Yeah, like he doesn't bully anymore. Like, he bullies bullies.
Like, Allie puts it in probably the best way possible.
He's the anti-bully. Like, I love that in the school when he smacks the kids' books like, sorry, old habit.
That was funny.
Dude, I was laughing at that. He just goes, nerd. Sorry, old habit.
And when Gal like mentions Swirl, she's like, excuse me, Swirl, yeah. You take the kid's head, you flush it, you put it in the toilet, you flush it. It's funny, actually. It's like, Sensei! Sorry. Like, basically, when Johnny's around, like, anything where he has to speak, you know it's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be awkward. But in a good way.
Oh, God.
But in a good way.
The phone conversation?
Yeah.
In the phone conversation in the car with Daniel and Amanda? Tango and Cash were Nars. This is completely different.
No, but I mean, the other part that got me that was funny is how, what's his name? Daniel's wife goes to confront Kreese.
Oh, yeah.
And Kreese gets a fucking restraining order against her.
Well, because
well, again, Kreese is smart.
But also, Kreese is playing off the fact that he's a Vietnam vet.
Yes. Oh, it's PTSD. I'm old. Yeah, and then he's the fucking worst one of them all.
Yeah.
So Johnny knows that. The funny thing comes at the end when Johnny sees what Daniel's done to Kreese, and Daniel's even really thinking about ending Kreese, and Johnny gives the nod. Now, this is where the moral ground question comes. Is Johnny above killing?
Yeah, he is. I don't think he'd go that far. I don't think he'd go that far. No, because you think about it, it's like you look at how he is from episode 1 of Cobra Kai to present. His character, he's changed the most out of any character. Well, almost any character. There's a few other characters that change, but his moral ground has changed big time.
Oh yeah.
Even in the first season, he goes, when Miguel wanted to do more damage, he goes, no. That's not what we do here.
Right, like Johnny saw the error of the ways he was taught.
Right, and he goes, no, we don't go that way.
Like even when Johnny was like, yeah, we got students, but not those students. Obviously Miguel's like, this is, all of us that are like, basically, this is who I am. This is who we are. And then Johnny had to, dig deep back to his past when he was a nerd and he understood. He's like, I was like you. I get it.
But you know what it is? And it's like, I mean, if you really think about it, here's another little thing. You've already touched on it. That how Johnny was with his stepfather and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Johnny looks like he's like, if things continue to go down the road with Miguel's mom, like I think they're going to, he wants to be a better stepfather to Miguel than his stepfather was to him.
Oh, definitely.
His stepfather to him was an absolute asshole.
Yeah, and Miguel's dad, and we know Miguel's dad's basically a criminal.
But no, regardless of Miguel's real dad, because we're probably never going to see him, and I hope to God we don't.
Well, that could be a story you see in season 4.
Because I highly doubt it. But
again, that's original story, though. I'm saying that is something that you could dive into as an original story, which could be something that Johnny has another arc to him. But could they? They could. Will they? Probably not.
Could they? Yeah, but will they? They probably won't.
Yeah, exactly. But they could do that. That's something they could dive into because of, like we said, original story. Even if it's just one episode.
Yeah. The biggest problem that Cobra Kai is facing right now is this isn't gonna end from a tournament.
Oh no! And we're gonna see a 4-way dance. We've
gone way past tournament,
dude. It's gonna be a 4-way dance between, if we think is right, good old Johnny, Silver, Johnny, LaRusse, Daniel, and Kreese. You're gonna get a tag team karate fight.
And there could be a 5th name added to that list. If that rumor is true, we might see the return of Mike Barnes.
I mean, it goes to Stan. I mean, it goes to Stan Sean Kanan's down for it. But if we see the return of Mike Barnes, I would love to see a redeemed Mike Barnes, like a la like Chosen, and not like the asshole like everybody thinks. Because
No. Here, and I'm going to explain why. And this is my theory, and I'll explain why. Because if we all remember the 3rd movie, he said, "I want ownership in the Cobra Kai dojos."
Yeah, that never happened.
Unless he comes back and says, "I want my ownership from Kreese," or "If you don't give me ownership, I'm going to fight against you," type of deal.
Well, the thing is, like,
he could either be a, if I hate to use the term wrestling thing, could he be a baby face or could he be a heel? We don't know which direction he could go. He could float on.
See, the funny thing about Barnes, which makes him a wild card, which I would like almost a redemption story, because Barnes did all that shit in the name of Cobra Kai, but he never was a true Cobra Kai.
No.
He was a hired gun, which means money talked. I mean, if he's a hired gun again, whatever, but I wouldn't want to see that, because I think Barnes would actually be a better person finally. Because
I think you have a better chance of seeing Silver back than Barnes.
Well, I have an idea. I have an idea about.
I already have a feeling.
I have an idea and a feeling about Terry Silver. So, I mean, I'll get into that when we're done. When we're actually in prediction territory, because right now we're still on character study.
Right.
I think we're jumping the gun a little bit.
No, we're just bullshitting.
Well, it's a Cobra Kai discussion, and there is no. We could just discuss everything as it goes.
Yeah, but I'm saying predictions. Like, if you get into all predictions and then this and that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So I'm trying to keep that separate.
Well, all right. So yeah. Johnny was obviously is still trying to be a better person. I mean, he's gone through 3 seasons trying to redeem himself in other ways. Now it's him trying to redeem himself
the relationship with Carmen. He's trying to redeem himself for his failed marriage. And that's the relationship with Carmen.
Yep.
Yeah, and the thing is, he also didn't fall for the unicorn, which was Allie.
Allie, yeah.
Because as soon as Allie said she was divorced, I was like, please don't, Johnny. Please don't.
The eyes also... No, but here's the thing. The funny part is he even hinted at it. Johnny even hinted at it, because when she said, oh, no, it's just... There's no... No, I'm divorced. You see him, Johnny and Danny and LaRusso look at each other, and you see Johnny's eyes go... like that, hey...
Yeah, Johnny, in front of Daniel, I was like, one up on that one. But then I like how Allie reined him in.
Yeah.
Well, Allie basically said, because all he did was talk about Carmen and Miguel and all that stuff. And she could tell that she's like, he really loves her and he cares about her a great deal. And she could see through that.
Yeah, the only problem is Johnny sometimes
thinks what his
lives in the past too much.
Well, that, and like you said earlier, he thinks with his other head.
Yeah, to where all of a sudden, if Allie's like, "Oh yeah, can we hang out?" Johnny, "Oh yeah, sure."
I think that's honestly
don't fuck it up. Well, I was like, "Don't fuck it up."
That's honestly what it almost felt like at the beginning when they went out for lunch.
Yeah, because if he fucks up Carmen, then he fucks everything up with Miguel.
Yeah.
Right. But and there's another thing, since we're talking about Miguel and Johnny. How funny was that scene when he tried to bring him to that concert?
Oh my God, that was awesome.
We got a Make-A-Wish kid out here.
He's like, I'm not a Make-A-Wish. Shut up.
He's like, he's special kids. He's like,
special kids. Miguel's like, I'm not. Just go with it. Go on with it. I just want to see.
Fucking. But here's the thing: the Make-A-Wish kid wants to go see Dee Snider. Okay.
He likes the metal. It is what it is. Like Johnny's
always been a metalhead. But...
Oh, dude, yeah.
Oh yeah. All right. So since we're going relationships here, the Johnny Miguel thing is so good, and I would hate to see it get messed up again, because it seems like, because Johnny first made Miguel strong, and then Miguel started going down the asshole path. Johnny reins him in to where Miguel, like, for a while, he starts believing in the shit with Kreese, and all of a sudden he sees his bullshit, and that's when he, finally comes to his senses. But even though he got, nailed and he got sucker kicked into a coma,
Pretty much.
Yeah, because Robbie couldn't control his rage, which is something that Daniel's been teaching him all
Trying to
along.
avoid, yeah. Like raining, it's like
Yeah.
focus your anger on different things, not on your
People.
opponent,
Right. And Miguel all of a sudden's like, he shows mercy. And the funny thing is like Cobra Kai's like, oh, well, that's the reason why. Da, da, da. And Miguel starts to believe that at first.
Well,
And then through Johnny actually getting him better from the paralysis or the temporary paralysis, and also from seeing Sam, Miguel found a way. Miguel went from being that bad, like dark, in that dark place, to where he actually redeemed himself and actually rekindles his relationship with Sam.
but you know what it is too, and it's like going back to the whole redeeming thing with Miguel. It's like when him and Robbie were fighting, he very well could have ended Robbie right then and there.
Yeah.
But he showed the compassion, and Robbie's like, "Fuck that! I'm not showing compassion."
Well, Robbie, I think, was all enraged too because, again, the same thing. Like the saving grace for Miguel here is when Miguel first hit Robbie and accidentally hit Sam. He was drunk off his ass, and it was like alcohol fueling everything, all of his rage. And then the cheat to win thing at the tournament, he was already dark. Then the Tori relationship really showed.
Oh, they broke the ring.
Then the Tori relationship really showed that Miguel, he was in this spot, but he wasn't
there. Like he
wasn't
all
want to be there.
Yeah.
But here's another thing too. There's another part of Miguel that was another redeeming part of him is when him and Sam started talking again, and he came over to Miyagi's dojo and stuff like that, and then they kind of started looking like they were going to make out, and Daniel walks in again.
Oh, they made out.
Yeah, but then you know what it is? Was Daniel started to see, okay, Miguel's not that bad kid I thought he was. And then that's when they did if you think about it, they kind of did the discussion in the car, like kind of what Miyagi did with Daniel with the car.
Oh, yeah. Well, the other thing is, Daniel said in season 1 that, because Sam was like, oh, yeah, he trains at Cobra Kai, like a bunch of my friends do. And Daniel's like, they're bad news. They're bad news. They're bad, bad, bad news. And then all of a sudden, the little tiny things happen that were misunderstood. And all of a sudden, bad news, bad news, bad news, where Miguel gets unfairly cast in that shadow. Didn't really earn it at the time. And he never really earned it, really, in season 2.
No.
He never really earned it, that whole bad, 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 bad thing. Because even through Sam's whole, fight with Tori and everything like that, Miguel was always like, let's stop this.
And it's like...
Except for the mall fight. The mall fight, Miguel and Hawk did really cause some shit.
Well, you know what it is? When we get to Hawk, Hawk, I think, when we get to him, that's going to be a big discussion when we get to him.
I'll say this. I have a big, and I'll tease this right now. I have a big prediction when it comes to Hawk for the season 4.
All right, but
I pray to God it's not the one I think it is.
All right, but we won't get into that yet. But it's like, you think about, out of all the characters, Miguel never really went to the dark side, if you will. He never quite was there. He was spinning around the drain of it, but never quite went down it.
Well, he went to the dark side until season 3 when we really saw the dark side.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But then, and Johnny has always been circling the drain of the dark side, but he's always Johnny always he's always I think he always turned the corner. I don't think he was ever going to go to that full-fledged dark place like Kreese was. He's never going to go down that road. He never will.
Well,
because he realizes what that dark side gets you.
Well, the thing is also the bad of Karate Kid 1 pales completely in comparison to the villainy and the felonies of Karate Kid 3.
Yeah.
Like, same as how the bad of Cobra Kai season 1, or season 2 really, we'll say the bad of season 2, which really didn't go crazy. It was just kids being kids until the high school fight. And then season 3, holy fucking felonies.
Breaking
like
arms.
Not only are you Cobra Kai, now you're also a criminal.
Breaking arms, breaking and entering, assault and battery.
I got it pulled up. Hold on.
You actually...
Where the fuck is this? Because I remember I had this. I had it in the chat. Where the fuck was it?
I think that while you're looking for that, I think that rope breaking was an accident. I don't think that was supposed to happen. I don't think the rope snapping was supposed to happen.
All right, here we go. Where is it? Oh, boy. All right, here's what we got right here. We have assault and battery, breaking and entering, theft, extortion, disturbing the peace, assault with a deadly weapon, poisonous species theft, destruction of public and private property, reckless endangerment.
Grand theft.
Felonies.
Yeah.
Apparently, Cobra Kai under Kreese means felony.
Cobra felony. Or felony Kai.
Yeah, felony Kai. My God. Shredder from the Foot Clan would see that shit and go, God damn.
That little far. That go too far.
Yeah, that's too far, man. We have a vendetta against turtles, and here you are committing fucking felonies all over the place.
Whoa.
But
we have Kevin Nash and his quad going against 4 turtles. Here,
I mean, that was the thing that always made me laugh in Karate Kid Part 3. I'm like, why don't Daniel and Miyagi just go to the cops and have Barnes arrested?
Oh, Ronnie, you're not going to put that picture up I sent or not?
Dude, it's going to burn out. I don't want it to freeze my freaking computer.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. Like, I didn't know if you were going to put it up or not. But I was
like, God damn.
But you know what it is? If they did that, then there would be no fucking movie.
No, there'd be movie, there'd be training and more animosity. You don't have to commit felonies.
Dude, even after they did go to the cops in this, and the cops were like, nope, it's your fault.
No, they went to the cops for Kreese and a fight. Not for the theft, reckless endangerment, yada, 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 yada.
God, I just want to see
Kreese.
I want to see.
But also, what
kids should land in juvie. Holy fuck!
But there's the one thing One thing they didn't make mention of it. But then don't forget what Cobra Kai did for fucking Daniel's house.
That's the breaking and entering, a destruction of public and private property.
I mean, for God's sakes, and don't forget what they did to what's his name's arm. You know,
yeah, that's assault and battery.
But I mean, it's like, but
destruction of public property is golf and stuff.
Yeah, but I mean, but the fact
trespassing.
That Daniel didn't say anything about what'd you fucking do to my house.
No, he did. He did.
They didn't get to that point. They're like, oh, we're going to go there. Instead, we saw Johnny when he was about to say, I love you, Carmen. And he saw Miguel. He's like, what happened? Tell me it all.
But he did.
And that's when we went right to the Cobra Kai dojo.
But he did.
We never saw Danny and Amanda actually go into the house and be like, holy fuck.
No, but when...
That would be a good deleted scene for the DVD if they put out
but here's the thing.
a DVD for this.
But they did, though, because when they were ready to... When Kreese was going to try to kill Johnny, he kicks him and goes, you sent him to my fucking house?
Yeah, you son of a bitch! You son of a... Did he actually say my fucking house?
No, no, it wasn't accurate. He goes, you sent him to my house?
You sent him to my house? Attack my family?
See, that's what I mean. You don't have to see him going in there, because he would have just done the same thing. He would have been like, you know what, that's it. And he would have been what Johnny did. They both had almost the same reaction, but him going to literally say to Kreese, you sent him to my house? I'm going to kill you, is exactly what everybody else would have done. What every father would have done. Like,
yeah, and this brings us to the relationship between Daniel and Johnny, which is, I think, finally with Allie, they've realized they're more alike than they care to admit.
Allie was the bow that tied everything together.
Oh yeah, and I think Amanda will be that too, because now she knows Johnny more. And I think Carmen will be that, and I think also the relationship between Miguel and Sam will definitely be a little bit of the glue that holds Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do together.
And whatever new name they come up with. Eagle Doe. I don't know.
Miyagi Eagle.
Miyagi Fang!
Miyagi Fang Karate.
Oh, God.
Fucking Bonsai. There we go. It's just Bonsai.
UBK, Ultimate Badass
Karate. You know what? That sounds like something Johnny would do.
But the sheer fact, I mean, that I didn't know when he was going to put in place that what Chozan had taught him. But I'm like, it's really going to take that much to beat up an old guy like him?
You know what, though?
Oh, my God.
You know what, though? We say that, but again, Vietnam vet.
Well, remember, Kreese, Cobra Kai never dies.
And it shows what he knew when they do the flashback.
Yeah. Well, I think that was also before Kreese actually sought out Master Kim Sung-young.
Yeah, but I'm saying...
Remember, he learns from the sergeant.
Forget, there was a rumor, and I don't know if it was you, Ronnie, or you, Chris, that said, wouldn't it be funny if Sato was the one who taught Kreese?
I think that was Ronnie.
I don't know which one of you said it, but one of you said...
I don't think I said... Did I say Sato, or did I say...
No, because you said that would be an interesting way, because that's when we had the rumblings of, will he go back to Okinawa? Wouldn't it be interesting if Sato was the one that taught Kreese and all that stuff?
But if Sato taught Kreese, then they would have had the same style. Daniel and Miyagi would have had the same style.
Well,
I mean, not sorry. Kreese and Miyagi would have had the same style.
Could it have been a different form? Here's the weird thing. If that ever was the case, he's older than them, obviously. He would be almost around Miyagi, a little bit younger than Miyagi's age. Clearly. Wouldn't it have been old family secret? Like, could it have been him off the coast of China, what he learned when he was off of China? Could they have learned from the same people?
No, Kreese learned from the sergeant, and I think probably after the war.
Oh, that's what I mean. I'm saying
that's
after
when he went to Korea and learned more under Master Kim.
But that's what I'm saying is how do we know that he's mixing his styles from Kim and the sergeant? We know that. But we don't know what family secrets there is when it comes to Miyagi. What Miyagi-Do. We don't know if there's anything mixed into that. Kim could have taught Miyagi too when, Saki takes him off.
No, that wouldn't be there because, first off, Kim wasn't alive.
We don't know, but I'm saying
Kim Sung-young was not alive when Shito Miyagi, the first Miyagi, went off the coast of China. Because that would have been in the 1800s.
Oh, the fishing.
Oh, the Saki.
Strong wind? That wasn't in the 1800s. the first Miyagi, that would have been in the 1500s. Because remember, they learned Miyagi family karate, like you even said, it's ancient, long family history, like when they fought the samurai and invaders.
Right.
Yeah, and they basically fought to protect their land. That was basically feudal Japan.
But I
So
mean,
Master Kim, unless Master Kim is immortal in Shang Tsung,
oh
he's
god.
not around.
No, but it could have been passed down.
But
But
the thing
here's
is,
my question. Here, no. Here's the thing. Now here's another little monkey wrench with the whole. Could it have been Sato? Yeah, because here's the thing. When in the Karate Kid 2, when he comes back to Okinawa, when Miyagi goes back to Okinawa, Sato's teaching his form of karate. He's
yeah, which is
probably using
Miyagi though.
which before that, it's a form of that, but it was probably more ramped up to be a little more harder style than what Miyagi's father taught him. He could have very easily taught him stuff, but not taught him everything. Or he might have learned some more disciplines.
The difference between Miyagi-Do karate and Cobra Kai is Cobra Kai is more Tang Sudo, more near Taekwondo,
Yeah.
where Miyagi-Do is your straight up Shinryu karate.
Yeah.
Like
More of a
Miyagi-Do,
defensive
Miyagi
variant of
Shinryu
karate.
karate, which actually there actually is a real Miyagi who has
Yeah.
founded it.
Yeah. That's legit. That's
So
all.
yeah, it's legit there. And Cobra Kai is more Tang Sudo. That's where they even said Master Kim Sung Young, and that's where I'm remembering not season 3, sorry, Karate Kid Part 3, Silver even mentions Master Kim.
Right,
So
because
it basically goes to shit probably that Kreese and Silver went back after the war, went to Korea and studied under Master Kim.
Yep.
but it'll be interesting to see. I mean, it would have been interesting. I mean, obviously they didn't go down that road, but it would have been an interesting storyline. But obviously they weren't going to do that because there would have been too many. There would have been fanboys coming out of the woodwork going, no, 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 that's not what happened in part 3. It's like they're looking for this to be 100% like the movies, and it's not gonna be.
Well, people need to chill on that type of shit too.
Well, that's why I said that the writers and producers, they conserve the nostalgia, but they also have to go do original stuff as well and then flesh out characters, because then you run into the Star Wars problem where if you try to go all nostalgia and serve the fanboys, you do a disservice to the original characters, and then the fanboys bitch anyway because there's someone so great person, yada yada yada. All of a sudden, he's not, you know, the Jesus or whatever, like the end all be all that they
Well, you
thought
know
he
what it
was.
is. But you know what? It also that could also go for when they did the Resident Evil movies. When the original Resident Evil movie was being pitched, George Romero was supposed to write and direct the original Resident Evil. When he sat down to do it, it was going to be almost a scene for scene like the video game.
Until the producers wanted Jean-Claude Van Damme.
But then what they decided then they went in the complete opposite direction and basically fucked the entire video game franchise of Resident Evil. They brought characters that were in the games, but yet the only similarity to the games and the movie was the zombies, Wesker, Carlos, the Hive, and Umbrella. That's the only similarities to the game and the movies. That's the only similarities, but everything else was completely changed. What people, I think, if they go too much, they want Cobra Kai to go strictly like that. if they break off from that, that's when you get all the stupid fanboys going, no, 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 that didn't happen. So and so didn't get trained by this. So and so got trained by this. No, you're not. You're deviating from the story. You're going to get that no matter what you do.
What's funny is
But
they're
if
already,
but the
yeah.
thing is, if what you fall into is if the problem is if like what you fall into if Kreese all of a sudden was trained by Sato, yada 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 yada, which thank God it didn't happen. What that happens is you make the world really small.
Yeah.
And that was why I didn't want everybody in Star Wars to be a fucking Skywalker or anything like that, because all of a sudden it's like a small world, a small galaxy.
It's a small dojo after all.
Yeah.
God damn you.
And that's why I like that Cobra Kai has that style and Kreese is that villain, because excuse me. Broccoli, goddamn. All of a sudden, if Kreese Kreese and Silver and all them guys who were in Vietnam somehow land on Japan with Miyagi-Do karate and all that, it just makes it really, really, really fucking dumb.
Well, yeah, it does. But then you know what it is? I'm thankful that it's like Ronnie and I were talking about it earlier. The writing in season 3 was some of the best writing I've ever seen on a television show, period.
Oh yeah. I mean, because if you go like, well, Miyagi's trained everybody, yada yada yada. Now you're basically, what's the word about?
You're pigeonholing it.
Yeah, you're pigeonholing it. You're making everybody that way, and then it turns fucking dumb.
Well, then it's a question of moral compass.
Well, you know the thing too. It's funny how I said about the writing. My girlfriend sat there and she could not wait for season 3 to happen. Well, we binged it over 2 days. We watched 5 one day, 5 another. She said to me at the end of the last episode, she goes, "Damn it, I wish it was fucking coming back and on," because she just loved the way that she was so captivated by the story and the writing and the acting. Everything was done so well that it makes you Jones. You're like, damn it, I want it to continue. You know, like, why couldn't they have done 13 episodes? Why couldn't they have done like 15 episodes?
I think if you flesh it out way too much, then you get into the biggest problem that Buffy had when they weren't writing the full season for because when Buffy first did season 1, it was 12 episodes, it was 13 episodes, very concise. Like the Master, we have a couple filler episodes, Monster of the Week, Master.
Then I never watched Buffy, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Then all of a sudden, when you get to the Angelus episode, to season 2, you have it going down this very, very this big path, and then all of a sudden you have these filler episodes that completely take you out. And that's the problem with a lot of comic book shows too, where you have this main story arc, but then like somewhere near the middle of the season or near the end of the season, for some reason, it deviates for a couple weeks, and all of a sudden you're like, what the fuck?
Oh, it's the Dragon Ball Z filler.
Okay, but here's the thing. I got a question for you on this. Since you said it like that, I want to get your take on this. We're not going to go into obvious detail about it, but Stranger Things then where do you think they're going to go? Where do you think they could possibly go with season 4? Since it's been so long between season 3 and season 4, because I don't know if it's coming out this year. I doubt it. I mean, there's rumors that it will, but there's rumors I'm not seeing. We're not going to see it till 2022, which I hope to God is not true, because then that's going to kill the major buzz of that show.
No, it won't. No, it won't, because you could take it. You could take Stranger Things, because it doesn't have to adhere to a yearly format. You could set that in the future, a little down the road, where the sheriff, I forgot the guy's damn name.
Hopper.
Yeah, where Hopper's been in that prison for years.
Okay, yeah, I get that part, but here's the thing too. You got to look at it as if they even try, and I'm going to use the word try, to use some continuity with it, you look at the way 11, Will, fucking what's his name? Oh, what's his name with the hat?
There's no way you can
You
make Millie
can't
Bobby
keep the
Brown a Tom.
continuity because you look at the way Millie Bobby Brown is. Look, I know the chick is like 16 years old, but she looks like she's 30.
No, she looks like she's 8. She's like 18 now.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, but I don't think she looks like she's 30.
Well,
I think. Well, first off, there's no way that you can not make. Put it this way, there's no way you can tomboy up Millie Bobby Brown again. There's no fucking way.
No. Well, if you think about it, at the end of season 3, she kind of was. She was tomboyish, but she was starting to break out because the redheaded chick was kind of domesticating her to the mall. You know, they kind of made her like, I hate to use the term mall rat, but she was. She was trying to turn her into kind of a mall rat type of thing. Like, oh, you don't need the boyfriend anymore. You could be your own person. You know, be your own identity and all that good stuff.
Here's the problem, though.
But then, I mean,
here's the thing.
Ahead.
The difference between a show like Cobra Kai and Stranger Things is Cobra Kai is surrounded around most of the time is surrounded around the All Valley tournament, which is meant for high schoolers.
Yeah, it's quick.
It's quick, so you can.
Okay. You know, Ronnie.
Yeah, where Stranger Things, you could pick that shit up in the 90s.
You can make exactly. You can make 11. You can literally make 11 out of college. She could be in college and run into the old mates, and you can pick up the story from there. You can't really do that with a thing like Cobra Kai. You could, but it's raw. It's hard unless you focus it strictly back on Johnny, Danny, Kreese, and whoever, the older people teaching the kids. You can't focus it on Samantha or Hawk, or you can't, because once they get over 18, that's it. They either train in karate or they're off to college.
Yeah, and that's where the Cobra Kai spinoff could be, like some people that's off into college.
But with the Stranger Thing, here's the thing. They've already teased it at the end of season 3. If you remember, I don't know if you'd have to go back and rewatch it, but if you go back and rewatch the end of season 3, 11 loses her powers, and the Upside Down starts to show its face again in the sky as they're driving off. So basically, they're basically going to say, the sky's going to stay that way for years. You know, 11's not going to have her powers back for years. You know, it's like you left too many questions unanswered at the end of season 3 of Stranger Things. But you're not going. So you're saying, so she's going to go off to college and be a regular kid again, and her and Will moved off with fucking what's her name, with Winona Ryder and the brother, and then they're going to go off to college. See, there's too many unanswered questions with it. I mean, I know we're not going to get into this discussion, but this is what I'm trying to say. You can't keep stretching shows out to the point where, I mean, I know obviously COVID kind of put a damper on a lot of things. I get it. But Stranger Things can't really wait too much longer to debut its 4th and final season, because you're going to either A, take fans out of it, B, the actors are aging rapidly, all of them. They're not kids anymore. I've seen all of these people. They ain't kids anymore. You know, and you're going to, I mean, basically, Stranger Things, before Cobra Kai came along, Stranger Things was Netflix golden child.
But that's what
now it's become Cobra Kai has become Netflix's poster child. Now, if I'm the producers of Stranger Things, I'm like, motherfucker, we want our position back.
It shouldn't even be a competition.
But you know what? I mean, technically, there doesn't have to be a competition. But I'm sorry, if I'm the Duffer Brothers, I'm like, motherfucker, man. We had all this momentum we're riding on, and now Cobra Kai is stealing all our thunder.
The difference is though, and there's the
Yeah,
other difference.
that's making it a competition.
That's making it a competition. But here's the other thing too. What people are not saying is that Cobra Kai is, in relevance, not a big cast, and there's not a lot of places to film. So they can keep it all down. They can, without COVID and restrictions. And once they're done filming, it's 5 people it's 5 people in their own fucking places, editing. That's it. Stranger Things, there's a lot more cast. There's a lot more film spots that they might have not been able to get to due to COVID.
Well, from what I've read, they've already filming was ongoing during COVID. They were doing filming. They were doing small bit things where they could do a lot of like interior shots, just like sets, and then shut it down for a couple weeks while things were going. But now it's like they made a prediction. The Duffers said, okay, we're going to be releasing Stranger Things in 2021. Is going to be out at some point in 2021. They said this pre-COVID. Okay. Now that COVID has been around and stuff like that, I've not seen one retraction from the Duffers or Netflix saying Stranger Things is going to be delayed a year. Nobody's saying that yet. So they're still possibly anticipating a 2021 release for season 4, the final season. Will it happen? I don't know. Do I hope it happens? Yeah, because that's the show that I've been waiting for with bated breath. I mean, I love Stranger Things. I was obsessed with that show when it came out. When season 3 dropped, man, I fucking binged 1, 2, and 3 again. I binged all of it so I can reacclimate myself with it. But Cobra Kai has basically taken, like I said, taking that thunder away from Stranger Things. And that's not a bad thing. Because there is room for 2 big hit shows on one channel. There is. I'm not saying there's not.
No one's saying that. But, like, that's the thing. You can easily get that, but it's not gonna matter because once things go back to normal, once things start getting back, we don't know what wasn't filmed. Oh, they're doing set pieces, that's fine. But we don't know what had to be reshot, if there's any reshoots that had to be done, if there's any shots, period, that had to be done, that were episodes that weren't finished yet.
Right, like Cobra Kai, I don't know.
Cobra Kai was in the tin already. So it was just waiting for something to release.
Well, no. What the only problem the Cobra Kai had? You said it during one of the episodes. They had to do some post editing. They had to do some stuff like that. That's why Walking Dead was never completed. That season had more episodes to it, but with COVID, they couldn't do post production work.
Well, they could have done post production. They couldn't
do post production.
They could do post production. They couldn't do reshoots. That was the problem. They had some stuff they had to reshoot and couldn't because Georgia was in full blown lockdown. That was the problem. Georgia was in full blown lockdown, so they could have easily done it because they could have had again 5 people in their own homes doing the editing and post production. The problem was that they had like 4 episodes still. They had 4 episodes still to film. Hence why you got a movie out of it.
Right. So yeah. I get what you're saying with that, but going back to Cobra Kai, it's like there is so many different directions that season 4 can go into, but the only character. So we're gonna get back to your character thing, Chris. the character. I mean, we could just speed it up. There's one thing. What would you say if we're not going to go over every single character? Because we'll be here forever if we go over every character.
Well, that was the plan, but that went out the fucking window. So yeah.
What? Just because we discussed other things?
No, I'm just saying, like, the plan was to go character by character, but we've jumped all over the place. That's not happening.
I mean, if we did that from every character, I mean, we could literally spend an hour on every character.
Well, I mean, you kind of discussed both of them. So we're talking about Johnny with who? With
Miguel.
Yeah, like I had down the list. I was like Johnny, Daniel, Kreese, Miguel, Sam, Robbie, Tori. Like,
but they all
actually
kind of
spending time on them.
But here's the thing.
That's not happening.
But they also all interlock too. So even though we're not full blown on them, we're still talking about them because they're a lot of them interlock with each other. Like Elizabeth, like Allie, interlocks with Danny and Johnny.
And actually with Daniel's wife too. So the three of them. She interacts with three characters during one episode. You know.
Oh, that made me laugh. Oh, you're the ex-girlfriend. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you.
You're the current wife. Oh, I can't wait to talk to you. You know.
It's like, and both of them look at each other. Oh, fuck.
You're Dan, you're like, oh, Jesus. I'm screwed.
So, where were we? Because we got so fucking lost.
Well, no, we're on, well, I mean, we're talking about Johnny and his relationship with, well, not really Miguel, but...
Well, it was. Oh, we were going with Johnny and Daniel because
Johnny and Daniel.
They are more alike than they care to think.
Yeah.
Oh,
they're both
hotheads. So alike. You know, it's scary how much alike they are.
Yeah, because we put to bed the whole thing like, what if Kreese fucking got trained by Sato? Because that is so fucking dumb.
Right, but you know what?
I'm sorry. That is dumb to the point. Like, I mean that is, you're basically making Orokusaki Hamato Yoshi Part 2.
No, that was the reason I brought that up.
The same master. God,
because that was a rumor. That was a prediction rumor that we did when we were discussing Cobra Kai. What would we like to see in season 3? That was a rumor. That was all that was just a rumor.
Yeah, so, I never wanted to see that.
Well, I know, but I didn't want to see it either. But that was just a rumor that we had discussed as a possibility. And thank God, like I said, and I agree with you. Thank God that never happened, because it probably would have made the show shitty.
Thank God Tori was never Allie's kid.
Oh, that was another thing that was. I don't know which one of you said that.
Oh no, that was a rumor throughout the internet. Like, oh, Tori is going to be Allie's kid, and I'm like, thank fucking God that didn't happen.
No, I mean,
because that's like where you make it really, really small.
Right. Agreed.
And if you make the world and the universe small, it just gets really, really dumb.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Where all of a sudden, I mean, I like how, like in Star Wars, how Rey was a Palpatine, but they even mentioned how, like, basically the Emperor had a hand in the whole Skywalker line. I'm like, okay, I get that. With clones and everything else, I'm like, all right, makes sense. But, and then Rey became a Skywalker. I'm like, all right, whatever. You have the family drama. Let's move on.
Well, I mean,
because I really liked it when Rey was just a nobody. Well, because it then.
Well, what's funny is, and I won't get too deep into it. They spun that off of the comic. We can go into that a whole nother day. They spun that off of the comic with the Skywalker thing.
Yeah. I mean, I have a feeling what J.J. Abrams did with that one, like because instead of Ray being a nobody, all of a sudden she's this, she's that. Like it did fanboy service.
Well, no. So,
And the funny thing is, it did fanboy service, and the fanboys hated it, and so did everybody else.
well, actually, what was smart was Abram went off the comic because in the comic, Anakin's mother got pregnant by Palpatine. Like by force, he forced pregnant. That sounded wrong.
See, and all this bullshit is why Cobra Kai should never have that dumb shit. Because all of a sudden, well, actually, when he had her pregnant and da-da-da, like all of a sudden you make the galaxy a block.
Well, yeah, and that was the thing. Everyone's like, oh, well, this isn't. I go, well, technically, he's actually did it correct, but anyway, Cobra Kai. We're not talking about Star Wars, because that's a whole...
That's what I'm saying. Like, all of a sudden, the Star Wars galaxy is basically a block.
Well, that's why they're spinning off to the EU now. That's why fucking Mando is the biggest thing in fucking...
Like, all of a sudden, the Star Wars galaxy became fucking Alabama.
Yeah, you're not wrong about that. That's why Mando is the best thing going right now.
Yeah, that's the way fanboys wanted it to be. Like, oh yeah, this person is this, and this is this, and this person's related to this. I'm like, you basically make this whole expansive universe Alabama.
Ding, 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 ding. Roll Tide.
Yeah, the state of Alabama.
All of a sudden, it became Maury Povich. You are the father.
Dude,
Yeah,
if you read the comics...
Thank God Cobra Kai is not that.
Dude, if you read
God.
Dude, if you read the comics, if they took half the shit from the comics, it would be Alabama. And apparently the comics are canon. So, yeah, it is Alabama. Yeah, congratulations, Star Wars.
Yeah.
You fucked your
That's
cousin.
the best thing that ever happened to Cobra Kai. No fucking comics.
Yeah.
Thank fucking God.
They were supposed to do a comic.
No. It's not like in the comics. Fuck the comics.
They were
The
supposed
movie came first. We write the shit.
What's
Fuck
funny
the
is
comics.
they were supposed to do a Cobra Kai comic.
What?
They were supposed to. There was
a rumor that they were going to do that. A long time ago, before the show was even visualized, they thought of, well, how can the story, whatever happened to Johnny, it's like, they were going to do a Cobra Kai comic book.
God fucking no. No. I'm sorry. Comic nerds have ruined shit. What is that? Alabama just scored more on Ohio State than Alabama scored on Notre Dame. Oh yeah, who doesn't belong? Fuck you.
Run the score up, please. Get it above 80. Give it above 83.
It's better on the over.
I'm gonna adjust it over. The over was 60, so I upped it to 82 because I thought there was no defense that was gonna happen in this game.
Well, right now we're at
I'm
50 something.
I'm behind. I'm on 45 right now.
Right now we're at 51. So anyway, all right. Anyway, back to Cobra Kai. Quiet.
Oh God, here we go again with that stupid joke again.
Well, it's not a joke. It works to actually get back to the fucking point.
But anyway, no. So yeah, and then you have Daniel with his Johnny and his relationship with Miguel, and then relationship with Daniel is gotten better because clearly now he's teamed up with him to take out Kreese, which should be interesting.
Oh yeah.
All right, so back to motivation for Daniel. Let's get off Johnny, since that went off the fucking rails.
Well, I kind of brought it back to Daniel because of what you're getting now.
Daniel,
so yeah,
Daniel wants Cobra Kai gone.
Yes.
That's it. He also wants. Well, his motivation is also to be a father to Sam. And basically he's trying to be the white knight of the whole thing. And you can see it. He's the dorky white knight.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But there are all these things that happen, and Daniel also, finds, yeah. Breaking news from Pennsylvania. Okay, what the fuck? Oh god, the fucking app bullshit. Fuck you. Yeah, so so Daniel with Miyagi-Do also is, trying to spread the good of karate. The way it's supposed to be.
For defense only.
Yeah, I mean, but the funny thing is, defense only, Miyagi-Do students are pretty fucking badass regardless.
Well,
I hate where they're like, oh, like hippy dippy, hippy dippy. It's not hippy dippy.
Yeah, I'm like, is it really defense first? Because you wouldn't have won your fucking titles if it was for defense.
Well, defense because almost all their shit is counters.
Yeah.
Where Miyagi says it best, like karate for defense only. For defense only, no fight. But if must fight, win.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
Miyagi
it.
never really said that to her. Miyagi never really emphasized winning.
No, he said if must fight, win. He always said that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like karate for defense only. We never try to start fight, but if must fight, win. Simple as that.
Yep. Yeah. Pretty much, right?
Yeah. Not like Cobra Kai, like beat the fuck out of everybody.
Strike hard, strike fast, no mercy.
No mercy, be an asshole. Where Eagle Fang is like strike hard, strike fast, don't be a fucking asshole.
Pretty much.
Dude, the fact that one of the episodes was the good, the bad, and the badass.
Yeah. See, and the funny thing is, I'm so angry. Well, I'm not angry. I know why they couldn't do it for copyright reasons. Johnny should have named his dojo Iron Eagle Karate. It was right there.
Yeah.
I like the other one, like Cobra Kai. We just changed it to K. We called it Triple K's. It's like a K. Yeah, bad idea.
Yeah. Next.
Yeah.
Next.
Cobra Kai
please.
Karate. The KKK. Bad idea. Oh my god. All right, so I mean, Daniel, of course, father figure, and with Amanda, I love the fact that Amanda, what is it? Like a psychotic karate? What did she say about Kreese?
Oh God, yeah. What did she say about Kreese? It was like
A psychotic karate teacher, da da da. And it's like Daniel's like, see, and you say it sounds crazy when I say it sounds crazy. He's like, no, it sounds crazy when you say it, but I'm saying it now. I love that because Amanda the whole time she's like, she used to make fun of the karate rivalry so much, and then she met Kreese.
Yeah.
And she's like, I see you and I get it.
Which, by the way, the fact that now they're literally doing a Koala Kai thing for the tax refunds, I'm like, all right, this is even funnier now.
Yeah, because Kreese is all like the new Kreese.
Yeah.
So heck, mercy. Instead of sweep the leg, you pick him up.
Yeah.
Helping people up.
Help the leg.
Help the leg. Help the leg. After you've been down. Like, oh my god. Anyway. So Daniel, I mean, he's conflicted. The whole thing with him learning Chosen's art, or Chosen's technique, the last Miyagi-Do technique, so far as we know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how conflicted he was, because he was ready to kill him. He was
ready to kill him.
And if it wasn't for Sam saying something, he would have. Because this is the thing, like, this is where I keep saying Cobra Kai. I don't think a tournament's going to settle anything.
No.
Because we've gone way past tournament.
Just not tournament. Just for real.
Yeah, I mean, when Kreese is choking out Johnny with his gi, ready to kill him, and Daniel has to save him. When Kreese knocks Johnny over the head with the back of a sai, I thought he was going to stab him.
Yeah, I thought that's where he was going to go, too.
Oh, that.
I was like, oh.
That, and when you turn
and
around.
then when Kreese picks a thing of glass and tries to slice Daniel. Let me see. When Tori takes a spike bracelet, and goes no mercy, and then tries and is ready to basically maim Sam. And then she tries to maim Sam in her own house with a pair of nunchucks.
And the fact that you have Sam dreaming about, literally drowning in a fucking koi pond.
Oh, yeah, Tori drowning her in the koi pond.
Yeah,
well, you know what it is? That was a great thing, because what that was...
Fear.
With Sam, yeah, because she was afraid, just like she was afraid to face Tori because she was afraid because of the injury she sustained.
And what happened to Miguel and everything like that, and that was the cause. She's all traumatized by it.
If you think about it, that's exactly what Daniel went through when Mike Barnes tortured the hell out of him. He's like, well, I'm afraid. He goes, "Hoi!" Yeah, he's like, "Hoi!"
Hoi! Focus! You focus!
You focus power.
You focus.
It's okay to be afraid, but focus that power.
It's okay to be afraid. Like, I'm gonna lose the fight. So you lose fight. Don't lose to fear.
And that's basically what he was trying to teach
Sam.
Sam was like, don't give in to the fear. I was afraid. You're afraid. Everybody gets afraid.
Right.
But don't give in to it.
Oh, yeah.
Sam's not really scared of Tori. She's scared of what happened.
Yeah.
That she got beat. Well, she didn't get beat. That she got maimed.
But then, you know what it is? It's like with
scarred. And also what happened with Miguel, and that whole fight has scarred her.
I'll say this.
Also, what scarred her, too, is when they fought at the golf and stuff, and what's his name? Hawk had his arm, and she did not do anything to stop it.
Yeah, because she had flashbacks of the high school fight.
Because
like, it's happening again. It's happening again.
That's what happened. So
she has karate PTSD.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a way, yeah.
By the way, the other thing is too,
they fight in a group like that, or she sees Tori, automatically it's like everybody from the high school fights there except for Robbie. And all of a sudden, oh my God, what do I do? And then the whole thing with Tori, like, it goes far beyond like, oh, you saw my boyfriend, this and that. Now it's like, I want to kill you.
What's hilarious
Tori wants to kill her. I don't know if Tori wants to kill her. I think Tori just wants to maim her.
Tori wants to kill her. Now, there's a difference. Tori wants to end her.
So Tori is not Johnny. Tori is fucking chosen.
Yeah.
No, Tori is... She's chosen in a way that
chosen and Mike Barnes.
But you know what it is? Since you were talking about redeemable, Tori is the one character in this whole show that can never be redeemable.
I think she can.
I don't think she can, because she's gone way too over the edge. She is more like Kreese than anybody else on that show.
All right. I'll tell you why Tori, since we're jumping around here, I'm going to tell you why Tori can be redeemed. And one is because Tori cares way too much about her mom and her family. That's why she works the 2 jobs. Like, she left the dojo because she had to work the 2 jobs. She's like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I have to pay rent, da 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 da.
I was gonna say, that's the bit of redeemability.
Helped her out. Right, then Kreese helped her out for that. Tori also, she basically sees Sam and everybody else in that thing as like these snooty upper class that look down on her. So automatically, she's going to she instigates a lot of problems she has with them from the jump. Like when Tori befriended Aisha and Sam was like, hey, I don't know who you are, da, da. And all of a sudden, there's something missing. And she's like, excuse me, did you, Tori's like, did you accuse me? And Sam's like, no, I didn't accuse you. But all of a sudden, Tori jumped down her throat about it. Same as how, when Miguel said something else, she's like, oh, so I'm crazy now. Tori jumps the gun.
Hey, do they make it clear if Tori's 18 or not in this?
I don't know. I don't know if they've ever clarified her age. But here, I got a question for you, Chris. Since you just brought up a point. I want to bring up a question about Tori. Okay, do you think, honest to God, do you think Tori and Daniel are almost identical?
No. I don't think Tori and Daniel are identical. I think Tori's a lot like Johnny at certain points. Tori also is a lot like Robbie.
Yeah.
The only difference is Robbie learned how to basically focus his rage and not go over the deep end. Where Tori has learned how to channel her rage into violence.
Okay, but here's the thing that I think she is, and maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. Because don't forget, in the beginning of the Karate Kid universe, Daniel was just trying to be helpful to Allie with the radio, and every time Daniel's, trying to, trying to live his life, or the Cobra Kai's trying to live in their world, Daniel will do something to screw that up.
Yeah. Trying to get back at a bully.
Right, yeah, trying to get back at a bully. Like with the whole dance with the shower. With the radio, with
yeah, that's why there's
when he showed up at the restaurant when Johnny started dancing with Allie.
Right, that's the three sides. There's 3 sides to the story. There's Johnny's side, Daniel's side, and the truth.
Right, but then that's where I say, do you think they're similar in a way?
I don't think Tori and Daniel are.
I think Sam and Daniel are more because they're family. I think that's more there because she does. Because Daniel.
I mean.
Yeah, Daniel
the big
didn't
similarity. Some of the similarities was Robbie and Daniel, but Robbie is more similar to Tori. The big similarity is Miguel and Daniel.
Oh, Miguel and Daniel, because they were both from Reseda.
Well, also, it's Miguel was the nerd that got beat up. Daniel was a nerd that got beat up. Miguel is completely misunderstood in certain things, like how Daniel was.
Right. I agree with that.
So, that's a similarity there, where Tori and Sam are very similar. That's the funny thing. Because Sam is the girl from this great family, but she doesn't really act like it. Right. She doesn't want to be uppity. She doesn't want to be this. The funny thing is Sam actually would sympathize with Tori and the wrong girl from the wrong side of the tracks and all that if Tori would actually take a fucking second to talk to her instead of jumping the gun. Same as how Miguel's like, oh, hear me out, hold on. And Tori's like, oh, no, I've heard enough. Tori is how a lot of, how can I put it, the psycho girls are. Where they're all nice and all that, and as soon as you say one wrong thing, they jump the gun and either ghost you or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like, well, fuck you, da, 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 and all of a sudden they're gone. And you're like, what the fuck did I do to you? Tori is that, and and the reason why I think Tori can be redeemed, and why Tori eventually will probably defect Cobra Kai, is due to Robbie. Because Tori is going to strike up a relationship with Robbie. We know this.
Yeah.
It's going to happen. And where Robbie gives into his rage and all that, well, sort of. Robbie also learned a lot of the Miyagi-Do way, and Kreese's Cobra Kai way is going to really clash with what Robbie knows. So Robbie now is like, what the fuck do I do?
He's like, who do I trust?
Right, who do I trust? What? Because Kreese and Terry Silver are going to be win, 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 win. Nothing else matters. We're the ones that care for you. We brought you in, da 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 da. But yet, Robbie sees Johnny still trying to reconcile with him. Even though Johnny cares a lot about Miguel, Johnny has made it a fact to Robbie. When he's like, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. And as soon as he gets whacked, he's like, are you okay? I'm very sorry. You know, this is
my
not
son.
you. Right. You are my son. You know, it's not for you. We could all do this. And Johnny sees that.
I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you.
And also Daniel. What?
It's like Johnny literally, I'm not going to fight you. I'm not going to fight you. Throws him in your locker.
Right.
Shit.
Right. And then Daniel. And the thing is also Daniel wants what's best for Robbie. And they know they need to get him away from Kreese. And the thing is, Tori's probably going to, because we did see Tori open up a lot with her character in season 3. I mean, yes, it was dark and she did a lot, but there was also some very redeemable qualities that we could get with.
Right.
They're hidden behind this massive wall of bitch. But
I mean, does she live in the same fucking apartment building as fucking Johnny?
No.
It looks like the same fucking apartment building.
Well, I'm sorry. The other thing is, too, is as much... Because if that was the case, you would see a lot more interaction between Tori and Johnny. And also, too, you wouldn't have, a rapey freaking landlord.
Right. Like,
hence why I brought up, is she 18? Because if she isn't, that's a little fucked up.
Rapey landlord doesn't give a shit.
No.
Come on. What's she gonna do? Go to the cops? Come on. And then her mom's out on her ass, and her mom's having a disease. I think what's going to happen with Tori that will change her is she's going to lose her mom.
You think so?
I think writing's on the wall. She's going to lose her mom.
The way they're setting it, they are setting that up.
Mm-hmm. And when that happens, she's going to look for someone. And Kreese is just all bad, 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 hate, rage. Oh, well, they died, but you're strong. Robbie has the issue with Johnny, but has more of a heart. But there's two people, actually, that have lost their parent. That's Johnny and Daniel. So basically, I can see...
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I can see Tori being all fucked up in the head, just saying something. And then Sam walks by. Tori's like, what the fuck? All of a sudden, and Sam's like, I'm not here to fight. I really think Sam is actually going to extend an olive branch because she has that forgivable nature. Because Sam has already forgiven Miguel.
Yeah, I mean, well, that's kind of that was a no-brainer. You kind of figured that was going to be happening.
Yeah, but Sam forgave Miguel back in season 2.
Yeah.
She's like, I forgive you, da da da, and you could tell why the Sam Robbie relationship was never going to work.
Right.
Where Tori and Robbie will, sort of, but when she loses her mom, Robbie can relate. I mean, his parents are alive, but he really was on his own. And so Tori's going to feel alone and either go deeper into the Cobra Kai and the rage and the hate, or will seek something else, and that will be Daniel and Sam and Robbie to where eventually Robbie and Sam defect over. I don't know if Robbie will at first. I don't know if I think Tori will probably still be Cobra Kai for season 4 in the tournament. Like I said before, this goes way past the tournament.
Right.
This goes way beyond the tournament. And I think eventually Tori, like, sees her way. Because she has this... She basically has the Chosen quality. To where Chosen took a while to redeem her. To redeem herself.
Right.
Or to redeem himself, sorry. To redeem himself. And I think I think Tori will be the same way. And I think Robbie also eventually will reconcile with Johnny. I mean, it makes sense. It looks like it's going down. I mean, for Robbie to go completely down, like, and be fucking Vader bad would be ridiculous.
Right.
I mean,
But
unless you want to go and say Robbie turns, and if anything happens in the third with the thing, and Kreese has to give up the teachings, that Robbie takes over Cobra Kai.
No, there will be somebody else taking over Cobra Kai when Kreese leaves.
But I'm saying is that could be something that could be a twist that you might not see.
Yeah.
To get back at Johnny, he takes over the reins of Cobra Kai.
No, Johnny's done with Cobra Kai. He doesn't even.
No, I'm saying to get back at his father, being like, "Yeah, you did this while I'm taking over the company that you rebuilt that you couldn't handle."
Well, the problem I think with that is then you kill Robbie's character arc right away, because all of a sudden it's like, I'm taking over Cobra Kai because fuck you, but thing is, he already joining Cobra Kai because fuck you, and that basically takes all the teachings he learned from Miyagi-Do and Daniel, like, it just throws them all out.
I mean, to him, he could do that because you made me go to juvie. That could be in his eyes, that could be him getting back at Daniel.
Because you made me go to juvie. It's thing as though, like,
is it petty?
Daniel never said. They never told Robbie. This is what I wish they would, like, Daniel basically said, this is for the best way. They'll go lighter on you than if you keep running.
Right.
Because if he kept running and they find him, then
he's shit out of luck.
It's even worse.
They're throwing the book at him.
Yeah, because he stole a car, all this, where Daniel has completely dropped the charges for stealing a car.
Yeah.
Drop the charges.
You mean the car that Johnny owns?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Johnny's car now.
By the way, that was great. You better bring that car back to the lot. Fuck you!
Yeah,
I just love
Daniel's
the part
like,
that
all
she
right,
goes,
right enough.
Allie goes, what kind of car are you driving? 95 minivan. And she's like, oh, okay. And then she drives, like, the valet pulls it up and he goes, holy shit, you really are driving a 95 minivan.
Yeah, you need a lift? No, I gotta find my parents. All right. Like, I could see all that. Like, I mean, that's certain things I could see, but I think this thing, like I said before, I think this thing goes way darker than just a tournament.
Yeah.
I have a feeling somebody either is getting injured to the point where they will never compete again, or unfortunate circumstances happen and they die.
I was going to say, do you think someone's going to die?
I do. I really do think someone's going to die from this ridiculous, massive, insane karate feud. I don't think it'll be a main character.
No, I think you know who I think it is, and it'll set off Sam. What the fuck's her friend's name? Unless something happened in season 2 that I missed. What the big girl? Oh fuck.
Oh, Aisha.
Aisha.
She wasn't even in season 3, which I don't understand why.
But I think Aisha comes back for season 4. I
think she's the one that takes.
Aisha is part of the bridge between Sam and Tori.
But I also think she's the one that gets. You're saying you think if someone gets offed. I think she might be the one that gets offed, and that ties in everything too.
I don't think I don't think it's Aisha. I think Aisha becomes the bridge between Sam and Tori for them to actually somehow happen.
Well, I'm saying you could also. I mean, you could also have that be the reason that they become closer too, because they're both grieving at the same time, and it could be someone like, not Kevin. What the fuck's his name? Oh, the Asian kid.
Nathaniel,
No, is it Nathan? No.
the little kid with Bert.
No, 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 no. The guy that's that jumped, that got into Cobra Kai this year, the one that beat up Miguel in season 1.
Kyler?
Yes.
I don't think Kyler dies.
No, no, no. I think
Kyler
he's the
dies.
one that kills somebody.
I think he does too, and I think here's what I think. Oh boy.
Do we just want a preference now that we're getting into somewhat predictions?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just getting in prediction territory now because it's like 10 something. The character study went out the fucking window as soon as we started jumping all over the place. So whatever. Anyway, I could see, like I said, I don't think it's gonna be a main character. So I mean, if it is any main character who I think gets offed, it could be Hawk, but Hawk is too popular.
No, and that's in my prediction. Like I said, has to do with Hawk. But hold on, can we just get into one little thing too? When they go into the fight into the house, the fact that they do it all to fucking Christmas Carol music is fucking awesome.
Well, it's Christmas time.
I know, but it's like, oh, you have a cat. I'm gonna let him in. You don't have a cat. What happened? The fucking cat.
I'll put to bed a rumor right away, because there are a lot of people thinking Hawk is doing double duty.
No, that by the way, that is not my prediction.
What I think is going to happen is not only is Hawk, because remember, Dimitri calls him Eli,
right?
And Hawk has seemed to be okay with being called Eli again, because it's who he is. Because for the longest time, Hawk really didn't know who he was, because Johnny's like, flip the script. So Hawk flipped the script. So he flipped the script because he was ashamed of who he was.
Yeah.
He was completely ashamed of who he was, and he always wanted to be, someone else. Like,
I mean, he
all of a sudden, if I do the Hawk thing, Johnny will like me because I'm a badass all of a sudden. So he starts acting like a badass.
I mean, you even saw the inkling of him turning.
Then when Brucker, or whatever the fuck his name, and goes, oh yeah, I'll fight him. And Hawk basically beats the ever-loving piss out of him and gets fucking psycho on Kyler looking at him. That was Hawk basically that was Eli being threatened about, I'm going to be exposed to everybody that I'm friends with. And to where it finally comes full circle, it's like, why do I have to worry about being exposed because my friends have been here all along?
Yeah.
And that's like Dimitri and all that. I think Bert or Dimitri bite it.
Dimitri,
and it won't be like in a fight.
Dimitri, I could see.
Bert would be something ridiculous. I don't think it'll be. Actually, that'd be a bad idea if Bert, because Bert's a kid. Yeah. Then you're killing a kid.
I mean,
that'd be bad.
You know who it could be? Because then it could just set Hawk off. Could be Mitch.
See, I think Dimitri dying would set Eli off more.
See, that's the thing. It
would cement Eli and Miyagi-Do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because all of a sudden it would be a massive feud. I could see that. Also,
I'll tell you one person who's not dying. Chris.
Oh?
Chris, the black guy, the only black kid in the.
Oh yeah, Chris isn't dying. He's a kid.
Hey,
No, you're talking about the one that runs the golf and stuff. That
yes.
You're talking about.
Yeah.
I can see that, or I could see someone, an innocent bystander, that doesn't even, that's not even like part of a dojo, gets caught in the crossfire.
Yeah.
Like Yasmin,
Yeah, I mean that could set
after
off.
she redeemed herself,
I mean that could set off
or
Sam.
even Moon, or Moon even.
Yeah.
Because Moon, Moon, because remember, Hawk lost Moon, but all of a sudden Eli becomes good again. He'll reconcile with Moon. You know that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, John, what we discussed earlier, Kyler is
Right.
not the kid from the other Karate Kid. He looks like him, but he's not.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, because this feud is gonna go. And all right, a quick prediction. I think. Remember, Kreese said if he loses, he's gone.
Right. He'll stop his teaching.
No, he'll stop teaching, right?
Yeah.
So who takes over Cobra Kai?
Good old Johnny
Because
Silver.
basically you're thinking, oh, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because like, Kreese says, oh, I'm done. That doesn't mean Cobra Kai's done.
No. That means
enter
that
Terry
means
Silver.
that means the real asshole.
Yeah, enter Terry Silver. Where Kreese is just, Kreese would be kept on, or he'd be in the shadows as.
He'd be the money. He'd be the money guy.
No, he's a consultant.
Yeah.
Who's the consultant?
Kreese.
If Kreese loses, Terry Silver takes over Cobra Kai, and Kreese is a consultant.
Or Mike Barnes takes over Cobra Kai. Because that's what Terry Silver said. I'll give you ownership. Maybe he comes in and takes it over.
But that would be. But see, Barnes never lived up to his part of the deal. Because Barnes.
But it was still a contract, though. They still had a contract.
But Barnes' whole contract was win the All Valley. He didn't win the All Valley.
But also,
so
too.
The contract was null and void.
But also, too, he doesn't own the rights to Cobra Kai anymore. That's. I mean, besides Kreese getting it back, that's technically Johnny's.
No.
Kreese gave it back. He gave it back to Kreese.
It was always Terry Silver. Terry Silver bought the dojos and gave them the Kreese.
But even if they let it go out of business, because he brought back the name. The name was dead. He brought back Johnny brought back the name.
Yeah, he brought it back.
But that doesn't mean he has the name anymore. That doesn't mean Silver has the name anymore because he let the LLC expire.
But Kreese has it.
Now he does. Yeah, because Johnny gave it to him. But that doesn't mean Silver has it. I mean, unless he gives
Silver again.
Yeah, unless he.
Do you think Terry Silver, until Kreese gave him a call, was really concerned about a little town about karate? No. Until Kreese gave him a call, it was barely a blip on the screen. He never gave a shit about the All Valley. Come on.
And he gave him another call. What's up, old buddy?
Yeah, because if Terry Silver is his war buddy, and he gave him the dojo and all that, here you go. Like, oh, shame what happened about Johnny. He never said that. He never gave a shit. He never gave a shit until Kreese was like, I need help. And Terry Silver's like, I got you, buddy. And then it's like, I want him at the tournament. It's like, all right, fine. It'll happen at the tournament. Whatever. Terry Silver never gave a shit about the All Valley tournament. But a chance to get back at Daniel and train a whole new thing of Cobra Kai, that's more enticing to him than winning at a tournament. And remember, under Terry Silver, that's when all the felonies were happening. So we've established that under Kreese, Cobra Kai means felony. So under Terry Silver, Cobra Kai really means felony.
Means death.
Yeah, you'll see people breaking and entering more. Cobra Kai means manslaughter.
Manslaughter.
And murder.
Uh,
But I don't think it'll be like a karate murder. I think someone might get shot. Because if you're a real villain, a low-down villain in Cobra Kai, and you keep getting your ass kicked, win at all costs, right?
even if it means going to prison.
Even if that means shooting somebody dead. And probably getting somebody caught in a crossfire. Which is why I think Yasmin or Moon might bite it.
Which then sets off Dimitri, which then sets off Hawk, which then sets off Samantha.
Where all of a sudden Miyagi-Do, where that's where I think where Daniel might go to Johnny and be like, all right, we need to get more aggressive. And then badass this happens.
So
Badass Miyagi-Do.
all right.
There it is. Miyagi badass karate.
No mercy with kindness.
How amazing would that be? Miyagi
Focus
badass
aggression.
karate.
Focus aggression. Focus power. Focus on being badass.
Yeah. Focus your badassery on your opponent.
Focus.
Don't lose it.
You lot focus. Karate for defense only. Yeah, but when you counter, beat the fuck out of them.
Make every hit count. That's literally what it's gonna be. It's fuck your defense. It's when you strike, you go for the knockout.
Yeah. We're striking to blast people now.
Yeah. All right. Predictions. You want to just I mean, we're going to discuss more into this, too, down the road, because I guarantee you this is not the last time we talk about Cobra Kai.
No way.
As news goes on, all right, let's get some predictions going. Season 4, I already said one. I think somebody dies.
Right. I think Hawk wins the All Valley.
What?
I think Hawk wins the All Valley.
You think Hawk wins the All Valley?
Yep, I think in a twist, they have Hawk win the All Valley. I think Hawk versus Kyler is going to be your final.
I think it sets it up. It's going to be Miguel versus Robbie.
See, I think
Miguel versus...
See, we say that, but I think they would throw a little twist into it, and you would have Hawk beat Robbie because he would be so focused on Miguel.
I think it's going to be Miguel versus Robbie, and if they have 5 seasons of Cobra Kai, what if Robbie beats Miguel? And all of a sudden, Kreese goes, oh yeah, remember what I wanted? And then all of a sudden, what he wants is like it's not a tournament anymore, it's fight for real.
Yeah. Remember.
Yeah, where all of a sudden...
This is no tournament.
Mortal Kombat.
Remember, this is no tournament. You fight to death.
Yeah, all of a sudden...
This for real.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be fight to the death.
No, but I'm saying
it's
two.
Kreese would do that.
Dude, it's 2 in a nutshell. It's like, remember, no tournament. You fight for real.
Yeah, but I hope it doesn't go down like Cobra Kai Mortal Kombat, because that would be bad.
Yeah. No, but that's my thing. I think I think Hawk is actually gonna be the one that wins the All Valley.
I got Miguel versus Robbie. There'll be a Tori versus Sam, Kyler versus Hawk. But I think Robbie beats Hawk. Miguel beats Miguel beats Robbie. I think because that fits the story, because Miguel fights back from being fucking paralyzed and an invalid to winning the All Valley.
Yep. I mean, that's a thing.
Or the final could be Tori versus Sam.
Sam, I was going to say, that's another one that you can get.
Unless they actually make divisions.
Yeah, who knows?
Because remember last year, Aisha just fought a dude. But there was no girls.
Right.
Now you have a couple more girls, so now it's like a division. Now it's an actual division.
Yeah.
That would be the smart thing.
Yes, that would be the smart thing, but... John, what about you? What's your prediction?
Well, that's just one.
I know, but I'm saying, let's see.
I'm trying to think. Because there's a lot of different ones I'm thinking about in my head. I'm thinking.
All right, who do you have coming back? Or not coming back?
Well, here's one prediction. Here's one prediction I'd like to see. Will we see Daniel's wife start to use karate?
No, she's a yoga person.
Amanda? I don't know.
She's
a yogi. If Amanda starts doing karate.
She's a yogi.
I think that might be a little corny.
No. You know who you see doing karate? Because it's going to be the Jersey style karate. Brett. His brother.
Well, the thing is, Anthony actually is getting older.
On the show.
Yeah, he's no longer fat, so he might do karate.
Dude, you might get the Guido karate.
God damn, man.
Jersey Shore.
Dude, I love him. He's freaking great.
Oh, God.
Dude, Brett is fucking great in this show.
I think... Well, that's what I said with the who's going to win. I think Miguel wins it because I think it sets up that way, and I think it's the best story. If Robbie wins it, then all of a sudden it's like, what the fuck does season 5 happen? Like, because then Cobra Kai is still around. Kreese basically has open season on whatever he wanted, and then it turns into just like
gang warfare.
That's why I suggested. That's why I made the thought about. That's why I made the thought about this Daniel's wife learn karate, because her and Kreese have a history, and stuff like that. Does he teach her some moves that if Kreese comes after her, she could defend herself?
Well, why would he come after her when he has a restraining order on her?
Oh, boy.
You really think a restraining order is going to stop something like Kreese? Come on.
Now I know how somebody gets caught in the karate crossfire.
Oh, no, what? And Waddle's fucking limping off again.
All right. How somebody gets caught in the karate crossfire, which I think Kyler would do. Because because Kyler's irredeemable.
Yeah.
He's been a bully, still be a bully. And when you go down that path and you learn all the shit that Kreese does where, like, nobody cares. And he doesn't have the U.S. military, like, morality that Kreese has that between right and wrong.
Right.
He also, like, what, you leave me on that? I think, oh, boy. I think either Yaz or Moon get raped.
Oh, God. No, they're not going to go down that road. No.
Or something like that, and then they die.
I think one of them may get put in a hospital, but I don't think they're going to get...
If they go that dark...
No.
They're damn close to it already.
I know, that's why...
They already tried to murder people.
I mean, that's why I'm trying to watch what I say, because they're kind of, like, they're not that far off.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, rape isn't out of the question here. Come on.
No. And
you've already almost tried to murder people on several occasions.
If you want to get really dark and fucked up, and I mean fucked up, Sam. And it's two or three people.
Wait, what?
You were saying about rape. You want to get really fucked up and dark, Sam. And it's her being ganged.
Sam being gay?
No, gang raped.
Oh, gang rape. I don't think it'd be Sam. I don't think
I'm
it'd be
saying,
Sam.
but I'm saying, if you want everyone to go, what the fuck? It's that.
Now that's the end of the show right there, because you can't do that with Sam.
I'm saying is if you want to turn fucking heads, that's the what the fuck moment if I've ever seen one. I go, but
But if
I mean, yeah, then it would be Sam getting there, unless Moon decides to take up karate afterwards.
Yeah, but if Eagle Fang and Miyagi-Do, like, say they're, starting to butt heads and it like seems they're gonna come apart, and at that point, like, either Moon or Yaz gets raped and end up dying,
Yeah.
that solidifies it. Because all of a sudden they come together. Because that's one of the things that, like, the dojos are, like, the two coming together, they're trying to teach. Is like the one thing, like, how can I put it? That, like, even though, like, we're stronger together, like, almost like a sense of family.
Right.
And at your worst times, you need those people who you trust the most. And if you don't trust those people that are learning with you on your same team, then who do you trust? I think, I don't know, it's dark, but it's a way to galvanize things and actually put a hatchet in the Johnny Daniel feud.
Okay, here's a question about a prediction. Do you see Hawk turning his back on everything and going back with Cobra Kai?
No.
No.
Do you think him turning on Cobra Kai, do you think it was just a plot?
No.
I don't even think. I think now that he's more friends with Dimitri, I think he actually might go back to being called Eli. Eli's not a bad name.
No. The thing is,
Like,
though,
yo, I'm Eli.
I mean,
all right, that's cool.
I
man.
mean, the only thing that you could really do, and that would be interesting, is if, and I don't think you're going to because he is a fan favorite, is if you kill off Eli. Because, he turned his back on us, no mercy.
Well, that'd be something right there, because Tori says to Moskowitz,
yeah, watch your back.
He said, yeah, you better watch your back.
I don't think
you chose your path. Now watch your back.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to, and I don't think you're going to kill off someone like Dimitri because he could get caught in the crossfire. But who the fuck knows?
I could see him get shot and not be able to fight in the tournament.
That could be.
That way you don't kill somebody, you just maim them. Right.
Yeah, we're talking about a whole full karate TV show. Yeah, bullshit!
Well, the thing is, as soon as Cobra Kai went in the felony route and basically putting a kid in a coma and beating the fuck out of people and breaking arms, you're no longer in, like, high school childhood karate. Now you're in Batman territory.
Dude, the minute you have people reporting and saying for karate gangs or a karate riot.
well, the minute you had a bloody ass fucking knockdown brawl that was like reminiscent of shit you'd see in Batman.
Yeah, with fucking brass knucks and.
Not brass knucks.
No, with fucking. Oh,
a
God.
spike bracelet.
Spike bracelet.
Jesus Christ.
And I mean, she hit her right. She could have hit her in the carotid too.
Hell,
yeah.
I'm sorry. Everyone's like, "Oh, well, this was as bad as." I go, Johnny never tried to kill Danny.
Johnny never tried to kill Daniel. He was like, we're done with this. And then he lost the tournament. He's like, you're all right, LaRusso, beef squashed.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, there's always been a little bit of a beef there, but it was squashed.
But it's like, yeah, he never freaking tried to kill him. He beat the shit out of him. He hurt him.
Yeah, Johnny even said, in my day, like, when you bullied, you did it to their face. There was a sense of honor and respect, even though I'm bullying somebody.
Yeah, he goes, even though I beat the shit out of people, there was honor in that.
because I never killed him.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I was going to say, out of all the movies, except for 3, hell, even 2, the only time that Daniel ever had a chance to be close to death was during the fucking ending fight scene in the fucking moon tower.
Well, there was an issue close to death. Remember when Chosen had the spear?
Yeah.
It's like, your sensei, they teach you how to fight with spear? And he was about to kill that motherfucker. And then Miyagi broke the shit.
But, like, yeah, it was shit like that. Like, come on. Come on, Mao.
Yeah, I mean, Chosen wanted to kill Daniel.
Yeah.
Like, now we fight to death.
Oh.
Yeah, now we fight to death. I mean, that's why I always had a hard time with Daniel being afraid of Mike Barnes. It's like, dude, you just fought a dude that trained in karate his whole life to the death and won.
By the way, I like the also when they're like, is that my drum in your pocket? I'm like, oh God, really? We're gonna have to, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm so happy that like he didn't accuse Miguel of stealing the drum. I'm like, thank God.
Yeah.
They're like, oh God, he's about to throw him out. He's like, is that my drum in your body? Like, oh, here you go. Like he took it right out. Like, oh, here you go, like that.
Yeah. Hey, by the way,
Sam's like, Miguel, not who you think he is, and that's when Miguel and Daniel really connected.
Keep the sparring to a minimum. Pretty much, it's like, what? All right, yeah, whatever. Like Daniel is just so awkward when it comes to trying to be like a parent that teaches kids how to like. When it comes to like the teenager aspect, and I'm just like, all right, you're being like every fucking parent good.
Oh yeah, like Miguel. The thing I think I could see Sam and Miguel being, like I said, the bridge between Johnny and Daniel.
Yeah.
To mesh the styles and all that, and I think Miguel might actually be a better Miyagi-Do person than Robbie was.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. All right. So here's a question I have for both of you. Who do we see? Do we see any specific cameos besides the ones we already know? We already know Silver's coming back because that was the phone call was made at the very end.
Right.
Yeah.
Who?
I think
who
it's.
else do you see?
I see Mike Barnes coming back, and I think that's the only name that comes back. I don't think we see a Hilary Swank. I don't think we see anybody from that crappy reboot of the Karate Kid.
That's a fever.
Think it's good.
That's a fever dream. We don't talk about that. That's like Rocky V. We don't speak of it.
Yeah, but I think Mike Barnes comes back.
The funny thing is, I could see Julie come back.
I'll
or
explain.
Julie enter.
I'll explain why we're gonna get Hilary Swank back.
I mean, I could see Hilary Swank just for an episode, like an alley.
I was gonna say as a Chosen. Or a Chosen.
Yeah, as a Chosen or alley thing like that.
Well, no, because what was Hilary Swank's character?
Oh my God. I know how Tori redeems herself.
All right, hold on. Let me get this out first. Hilary Swank's character. Who was she trained by?
What?
Who was she trained by? Miyagi. Right. Could there have been something that was passed to her that he never passed to Daniel? And that's why she comes back. Kind of like...
Oh, God, please, no.
But I'm saying...
Then it turns to the cameo of the season with a secret technique.
But that's what dude, it's corny as shit.
No.
But that's what that's the way you put her in.
Please,
that's the only... But I'm saying, that's the way you put her in. That's the only way I can actually see her coming back and it making sense.
No, I could see... What if Julie just shows up? You know, like I'm in town visiting, and I was, you know, she knows Daniel. Like she met him through Miyagi. You know, and see, this is, I think, would be the bridge to start Tori on her path of redemption. Because, like, say Tori loses her mom, right? if there's anybody in the Miyagi besides Johnny and Daniel who lost a parent, it's Julie.
Yeah.
Julie lost
Okay.
her dad, and that wrecked her. Remember?
Yeah. All right. So since you're talking about that,
Do we
do
get
we
it?
see the character of Jessica Andrews come back then? Robin Lively's character.
No.
No.
There's no reason. She wasn't even at the tournament when she fought Barnes. When he fought Barnes. Remember, she had a boyfriend. She gave. Her and Daniel weren't even dating.
They've already said
That's
her.
one
They
thing.
already
They were
said her.
friends.
They've already said her in passing, but they've never. They're not gonna. I don't think she's gonna come back.
Well, her and Daniel never were an item.
No.
They were always friends before they became an item. And then she even said she left because this Barnes Karate Cobra Kai shit was too ridiculous, and she left and went back to fucking Ohio.
No, she went back because the guy in the picture, the guy she cut out in the picture, came back.
Yeah, and she also left because the other shit was getting too crazy. Like, fuck this. I'm going to Ohio. You can deal with moronic, psychotic karate man.
All right, let's just throw this idea out there. If Mike Barnes does come back, do we see his two henchmen coming back with him?
No.
No.
Rudy and Milo.
No.
No.
They weren't even his henchmen. They were Silver's guys.
But they hung out with Mike Barnes.
Yeah, because they were paid to.
So, but do you see them coming back in cameos if Mike Barnes comes back?
No. See, that's what I don't want all these people coming back, like, unless it makes sense. Mike Barnes, you're stretching to make sense.
Okay, well, all right, wait a minute. I'm going to say one thing.
Because Mike Barnes coming back, I mean, I know people want to see it and all that, but if I see a Mike Barnes come back, I would want to see it like a Chosen thing to where he's actually moved past the grudge of Kreese and Silver and all that bullshit, because otherwise he's just the same guy and it gets boring.
All right, the reason I say that is because when I brought up a prediction about the little girl from the second Karate Kid, you were dead set against it.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, is
because we didn't see Daniel's, business going under at the time. So.
Or you didn't see Daniel going to Okinawa. You thought that they were coming here.
Well, I figured Daniel could go to Okinawa. I thought maybe it's something to do with somebody else and da-da-da-da. But
like Kumiko was not was an easy one because all right, they're in Okinawa and
they used Kumiko the best and let her go.
Yep, that was exactly it. They used Kumiko for an episode and got her the hell out.
Bring Kumiko back? Fuck no, it's stupid. Same as like if you bring Chosen over to the States, unless he actually wants to visit.
Yeah, unless he's in town.
If he visits, then all of a sudden sees Kreese and goes, I teach your students. Like, I help teach your students. Like, if he does that, fine. But if he comes over like, oh, Chosen's coming over, Daniel called him over to teach students. No. God, no. If Chosen decides to teach Miyagi to students, he has to decide that on his own. He doesn't need to be coached by Daniel, because all of a sudden it's like he's a hired gun and it gets really, really fucking dumb.
And also, too, the other thing is if Barnes comes over, even as a hired gun, he's how old? It doesn't have the same stint as when they were in the All Valley, where he came over as a hired gun to beat him in a tournament. So what's he going to do?
Well, he was around that age. He was around that age because he was a young guy, just like Daniel was.
Okay.
Yeah, it gets, but what I'm saying is, though, is if you start bringing in, like, guns and building armies, it's going to get dumb.
You're almost better off. You're almost better off him being like the guy that buys Cobra Kai, and he's the last thing that teaches Kreese. Like, hey, you're done here. I'm buying your gym, and he's the one that buys it and then shuts it down. That would be the only way that would be okay to bring him in. I wouldn't want to see him in any other way. because where's his arc? His arc was an asshole to still being an asshole. Why? It makes no sense. At least Kumiko and the girl at the bell tower was like, okay, that was clever.
Yeah, that was a
Because
that
you
was
had
a
no
oh
reason.
shit moment.
Because you had no reason to bring her in. You had no reason to bring the girl that was the bell, the girl that was on the bell tower. You had no reason.
What would be cool? All right, what would be cool? Here's how you could bring Barnes and have it make sense. Where Kreese, of course, makes the call to Silver.
Okay.
Silver calls Barnes. Says, hey, you ever think about getting revenge on that kid who beat you in the tournament? And then like Barnes is like, he just goes, that was 20-some years
Yeah,
ago.
exactly.
No.
Yeah, click.
That was 20-some years ago. No. You need to move on. And then he hangs up the phone, and then he calls Daniel and says, just to let you know, Terry Silver is coming back to Cobra Kai. And I'm not with it. I've let this... You beat me, I let it go. I'm happy in Texas.
Yeah.
Goodbye. Done. Mike Barnes gets his 15 minutes, whatever. We're good. Same as like how you could bring Julie in. Like I said, if Julie met Tori, that would be awesome because Julie was Tori. Kid from the wrong side of the tracks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right. You can work it in.
Yeah, because all of a sudden, like, you know, like Tori be like, you're just another one of people like Sam, and like all of a sudden, you know, Julie gets that edge. I'm nothing like that. I'm nothing like her. Shut your fucking mouth. You know, or shut your damn mouth. I'm nothing like her. You kidding me? Like, have that edge that made Julie fun. I think people shat on Next Karate Kid, and the thing is, Hilary Swank's portrayal of Julie was fucking great. I mean, like she had that edge.
You did have skydiving ninjas, though.
Yeah, and she has that edge, and the thing is, I think she could be the person that could speak to Robbie or even Tori, be like, I know what you're going through. And doing this isn't the key. I mean, I'm going to say it's not the key. I'm not telling you need to go over to here or whatever. I'm just telling you what's what, and that's that. Like how Allie did. Like, tell you what's what, leave it at that. Because I like when characters do that. Not like, oh, I'm going to take this one side and blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? Because, like I said, then all of a sudden you're starting army things and it's like you're doing an arms race and it gets dumb fast.
Yeah.
It's like you want to make the Cobra Kai versus Miyagi-Do Eagle Fang war a war. You don't want to make it civil war.
This is not...
Yes, Marvel.
I was going to say, this is not Cobra Kai Marvel Edition.
Right. It's not like Kreese's Iron Man and all of a sudden, you know, Daniel and Johnny are fucking Captain America and Winter Soldier. It doesn't go that way. Shit. It's not that. That's the thing is like, as much as Cobra Kai is about Johnny and Daniel, that you need to make it about the kids.
Yeah. That's exactly what it is.
Because that's where you can get original stories from. That's where you could have like Sam in college or, you know, or something with Tori. I don't know.
Yeah. I think there's a lot that could be built up to the next season. There's a lot that could be talked about in the next season. And really, I mean, yeah, we're speculating. We have no fucking clue what's going to happen. Because the way they set it up, yeah, all you know is that there's going to be an All-Valley tournament. That's it.
Yeah, we don't... All right, here's a weird thing. What if Eli doesn't get back together with Moon? What if Eli eventually falls in love with Tori?
Yeah, then you can play that story. I mean, there's stories... I
mean, I thought that was going to happen in season 3.
Dude, there's so many stories...
they were there all the time.
There's so many stories that are left open.
Yeah. like shipping people. I don't. You don't need to ship way too many people.
No. And, I mean, hell, yeah, you kind of already have Sam and Miguel. That's already a thing. You got shit with Dimitri that you have no idea what's going to happen. Because Dimitri is one of those people that if someone gets hurt...
no, Dimitri's with Yaz.
Yeah, but I'm
Dimitri's
saying...
with Yasmin.
But you could also see Dimitri get hurt.
Oh, yeah, I can see Dimitri get hurt. That could lead to Yasmin dying.
Yeah.
Because, like, Dimitri tries to defend her against a gang of Cobra Kai's, gets fucked up, and they beat... And then all of a sudden they have their way with Yasmin, who doesn't know anything.
Yep.
Because not every Cobra Kai is going to have the moral ground of certain people. Because Kreese isn't, recruiting people with moral ground.
Now, here's the question. Now, this is just something I want to ask. All Valley, middle of the year, or is that the season finale?
All Valley?
The season finale of the second. No, actually, no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. All Valley was the season finale of the first season.
Now, with how but here's the thing. The reason I asked this is with how they set up leading into the next year, would it almost be beneficial for them to go like the 7th episode, that's the finals, like the 5th to 7th episode, that's your All Valley. And if you do have Cobra Kai losing, and they want to set up for the next season, you have 2 episodes to lead into the next season. Or, fuck, you get the big fight with Terry, Kreese, Johnny, and freaking Daniel.
Because like I said before,
I think that is your
tournament.
I think that's your fucking big fight at the end of the year, though. I think that fight is the fight that you're going to get at the end of the year, at the end of the season. That's the big fight.
I think Kreese loses. Like I said, here's what I think. I think the All Valley tournament sets up as the end game for season 4.
Okay, and then something builds into season 5.
And what happens is, like, say Kreese loses, right?
Yeah.
This is where I think Terry Silver takes over Cobra Kai and says, "Oh, we ain't done yet."
Yeah, we ain't done yet.
I don't even think Terry Silver's in most of the season. I think Terry Silver makes his entrance maybe the second to last episode. Or maybe he's there for Cobra Kai, but then behind the scenes just has Kreese got it away from Johnny.
Right.
Terry Silver goes, "Yeah, he's gone. I'm not. We're back again, Danny boy." Or whatever. Because, dude, this is not going to end with a karate tournament.
No.
It's not.
This why, here's the thing.
People in cuffs and people in caskets.
That's why I asked, is that the series finale? Because that's why I don't think it's going to be, because like you said, it's not going to end in a tournament and oh no.
That's a season finale.
Blackout in the Thunderdome.
Oh.
And Triple H is gone.
He's back.
Oh, Jesus. No, that's Pink.
Oh, that's Alexa Bliss.
She's back.
That's Alexa Bliss. The bitch is back.
Holy fucking Luya.
Oh. Now I'm looking.
Oh, look at it. Wait a minute. There she is.
There she is.
Whoa! Jesus Christ, Hunter! With the fire! With a fire sledgehammer! What the fuck? What a sledgehammer on fire! Dude, what is...
Because Raw's been going off the air abruptly lately, and that fucking blows.
Yeah.
Oh, what are they going to do with this?
A sledgehammer on fire. That was a cool looking visual.
Oh!
Whoa!
Hold on, I'm on the delay. Is Bray back? That's all I need to know. Is Bray back?
Just wait.
All right, I gotta turn the volume up for this bitch. Oh.
That was the best fireball I've ever seen.
That was a cosmic fireball, baby.
That was the best fireball I've ever seen. That was, I mean, I'm like, well, usually when you have fire problems, like the Hogan issue.
Oh, God.
Oh!
That was a fucking train wreck.
Oh, shit! That was great. That was a Kane fireball type shit right there.
Dude, she fucking flamed through his ass.
Yeah.
Well,
I
that
love that
ended
too.
pretty good.
I love that too.
That was no player pain. That was just straight up pain.
Pain.
Now we know what pain means.
Yeah. Fucking burn your ass
Pain
with fire.
means fire.
Well, Randy, you should have burned her.
Yeah. Man.
Dude, okay, that was a great.
All right.
That was a great
We're
way
getting
to
to
end
11 o'clock here. Let's bring this
Yeah.
train into station.
Yes, John, it's your pick.
Yes. I will let you know Wednesday. I don't have a pick right now.
Do you
I
have
really don't.
anything? Oh, hold on. Do you have anything in mind?
No, actually, right now, I don't have anything in mind right now, no.
All right.
For Wednesday, I'll have something for Wednesday, definitely.
All right. Well, with that being said, if you like what you heard,
Right.
follow us all on social media under the Nerdport Network. Follow us on TikTok for all unboxings and, among other things, What You Drinking's coming back. That's going to be fun because I got to do that at home. That's going to be real fun. Follow us on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook under the Nerdport Network. Follow us individually.
We also have an iTunes again.
Yes, well, I'm still working on it, but yes, we have iTunes back up, so that should be back. I should be getting some of this stuff back up because all this audio is going to go there because the actual episode. I took out the early banter.
All right.
So, and the actual the second retake is our full thing.
What, for tonight?
Yeah, for tonight. But
with Chris's silent jump.
The second part is, yes. With that being said, you can follow us individually on Twitter at F and Ronnie.
At Trips NXT. Quiet!
God. And the Zombie Master.
And with that being said, the checks have cleared. We will see you back here on a Wednesday for holy shit. Is there some Mets news? Chris tried to find some Phillies news because I couldn't find any.
A lot of Eagles news.
A lot of
Dougie P got fired.
Yeah, the new
There's gonna be a lot of baseball news.
The new
There's
Jets
gonna be
head
a lot of
coach.
baseball stuff on Wednesday.
The new Jets head coach, Chris.
Yeah, the new Jets head coach.
Yeah, Doug
Oh
Peterson.
God! Wait a minute. We already got one reject. We already had one reject.
Oh no! Oh
I'm not
no!
taking a
We already
second.
have the Philly GM. We're getting the Philly coach probably.
Well, there's a possibility of a certain quarterback trade that maybe the Jets could part ways with the number 2 pick.
And if it requires a first round pick or 4 first round picks, you can go fuck yourself.
I don't know. It might happen, especially with a new coach who might want him.
I will explain where that actually can be a better beneficial for the Jets if they keep both their picks. And then you can and you can still trade Sam Darnold.
Yeah, you could trade Sam Darnold, but not for what you want.
No, but I can explain where it works this year, and you can trade him before the deadline, and it actually makes sense. So, with that being said, there's your tease for next week. With that being said, the checks have cleared. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, bitches.
Peace.